Good morning, Kindred, and welcome to Vegas by Night, Mayday Roleplay's Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. I just want to personally thank everyone for being here. You could choose to be anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us, and that is a remarkable feeling. Welcome to the table. Grab a blood bag, hug your ghoul, and remember that the best thing we can do for each other is include ourselves in each other's stories. If you have missed out on any chapter of Vegas by Night, don't fear. You can still check it out on Spotify, Twitch VOD, and our YouTube channel as of right now. This is episode 6. There's already our first 5 episodes up on all of our major platforms if you'd like to see it. If you're wondering how you can get more Mayday in your life, you can catch our stream here every other Saturday for our main show. You can follow us on all major platforms as well as Spotify and SoundCloud for podcast-friendly recordings of all our major shows and streams. And finally, you can donate to us on Patreon and join our Patreon Discord. The Discord is really where we've had the chance to build a great little family around the content we've put out. We have patrons who have joined each other's games and played in some hosted by ourselves. We've started a Deadpool on which one of us will die first. We've debated the most vile pizza toppings possible. And most recently, we've added in some Vegas by Night emotes that are absolutely worth it. There is no better joy than the spoons with a knife option or the famous nut grab. In addition to all this craziness, you get an opportunity to listen to exclusive Patreon content and behind-the-scenes information. If you're a fan of Vegas by Night, we just recently put up Niles' origin session. Hopefully everyone has had an opportunity to listen to it up there on the Patreon. It's a great little adventure that me and Eli went through. We went through a lot of what Niles has been through, what Niles is going through, and what has made Niles, well, who they are today. So if you'd like to know what's going on beneath the surface, what's writhing beneath, it's a good watch. Absolutely. I'd recommend it to you. We have an Orpheus debrief on the way soon, detailing and answering all of the questions put forward by the fans of the show, as well as the cast members themselves. Keep a lookout for its release. We'd like to give a shout out as well to our handler level Patreon contributors. It's because of their involvement in our content that we can begin thinking all of the big picture ideas we have for Mayday. So thank you, Onk, OG Pan, Bimblewart, Cameron S, Eric A, and Jonathan M. I'm sure some of you are in the chat today, so thank you all for being here as well. It's always a great opportunity, great time to see you live in our chats and speaking in the Discord. Other than that, please check out our Delta Green campaign, Doomed to Repeat, who has just recently added another award to its lineage. Boom. Oh, we're winning it left and right, folks. We're nominated for like 50,000 others. Just give it time and you will see. We're going to put out this award season poster of all of our accolades where you will have to worship this show for all it's worth. It's worth watching and people are noticing. So I hope that you get the opportunity to check it out if you haven't already. There's also our D&D campaign centered in the island world of Ashoka, and our Old World of Darkness campaign using the Orpheus system, all of which are available on all major podcasting platforms, YouTube, and our Twitch. Before we get started today, I just want to remind everyone that Vampire the Masquerade can be a dark setting, and as such, there are content warnings for any watching. There are 2 in particular I want you to watch out for in this episode, and that is 1, choking, and 2, eyes. If you have trouble with eyes, please take special care this episode. Thank you.
What the fuck does that mean?
Please be advised that there may be violent themes, plenty of adult language, and the exploration of darker subjects. Please take care of yourself and be aware. Your safety is always most important to us first before you watch. So please enjoy. Without further ado, we're going to get started here. Humanity was cursed. And in that curse, there was some who sought to soothe the roiling blood of its afflicted. In the city of Enoch, by the power of Enoch, a new man was embraced. The seer, Zaulat, friend of Malkov and Set, was made real in the eyes of the kindred, but only found distaste in the palate of his new blood. Instead, Zaulat sought answers to quieting the noise of their unnatural existence. They took it onto themselves to embrace a family of healers, of kin and kind alike. They would be named the Salubri. Unsatisfied with his control over the beast, like Cain, Zalot chose to wander east, only to return to Enoch a new man, with the gift of a new sight, a third eye on his face, and a new enlightenment, having tamed his beast completely, Golconda. He spoke nothing of the lengths at which it took to achieve this peace, but only made the possibility available to his people. Free from his beast, the seer believed he was able to see thread that passed through each being in the universe. He became familiar with the connective tissue that fused each cell of the world together. His prolific nature, his speeches, his search for inner peace and a solution to what the kindred was, all drew ire to the Grand Seer. A world of kindred ready for the right moment to strike, to punish. The Tremere saw their chance, and it was Tremere himself that raided the tomb in which Zalot slept, and stole him from torpor and diablerized the antediluvian where he lay. Zalot, who allowed guests into his tomb. Zalot, who was already in torpor. Zalot, who had made no defenses, who was devoured almost willingly. Humanity was cursed, and in that curse bred a rot of the brain. A parasite will remove the portions of you that prevent its best practice. The drive to become anything less, or dare I say more than kindred, is the first to be removed. The black in our lungs only sustains if we fall in love with the power of what we've become. And the curse ensures that if anyone decides that what we are is not yet beautiful, the beast is the first to answer in all the usual ways. We will pay with our lives for any free thought in the direction of a better world, the direction of a better us, a better you. There is only a better me, only the glorious overgrowth of the kingdom in my body, only the echo of my names in vacuous halls, only the filling of my coffers. Speak no word of peace in a place of greed. What you betray for amnesty is the mustering of power beyond any control. We will kill the quiet makers. We will kill the peacemakers. We will kill our darlings. Welcome to Vegas by Night. Wow, that was very mature what I just heard. I wish all of you could have enjoyed that. Let's introduce our cast this Saturday morning. My name is Caleb James Miller, and I'll be your storyteller today.
I'm Aaron, and I'm Enoch.
I'm Allegra, and I'm the mature one. I'm playing Mel.
I'm Amanda, and I'm playing Allison, the smart one who can think outside the box.
Are you?
I'm Eli, and I'm playing Niles.
Are you?
I'm Sergio. I'm playing the singing one, Burrows.
Papa!
Papa! Hey folks, I'm Vince. I'm playing Raguel. The weird one.
I'm Zakia, and I'm playing Scary Spice, aka Sybil.
Scary Spice.
Perfect. Now, I wanted to point out that we've had quite a few sessions here, meaning that you guys have racked up some experience in the last 5 sessions. Have we made any changes to our sheet since we last saw each other? I know we're sitting on all that experience. Would anyone like to show their brand new shiny little toy to the audience? This is your show and tell.
Not yet.
Okay.
I decided to, in fact, put a point into a discipline of presence.
Ooh.
Hold on, I'm losing my character sheet here. I believe... actually, no, I put a point into dominate. I've got 2 in presence already. I had 1 in dominate. Decided to put 1 more just to make that compel a little more compelling.
All right. Well, there we are.
Love
We've
that.
got a stronger dominate in Burrow's direction.
I went ahead and added a dot to Auspex and added Sense the Unseen.
There we are. Anyone else?
We talked about it last week, but Niles gained Fleshcraft.
Yes, and put that fleshcraft. We'll be putting it to work for sure. Good. I think that's about it here. We're pushing up on another session before we see some crazy discipline changes from some of these folks too, because I know we're rounding out to that 3rd dot possibility with 15 points after this session here. We need to remind ourselves of where we left off last session hunger-wise. Let's just start alphabetically. Enoch, how are we doing?
I got fucking 3. Thanks, Amanda.
Oh, yes. After a very toxic exchange between the Kingsters, Enoch lost out and is sitting on 3 hunger.
He helped me out. It's not toxic.
Amanda, how about you? What's Allison up to?
I got a 1, but
Okay.
I still have like that. Are my digits grown yet?
Well, how many aggravated... Do you still have aggravated damage left over?
I think I still have 1.
Then you've still got 1 finger desperately holding on, I guess. That's the last little nubbin.
Okay.
But hopefully that will be solved for you this session. Okay, how about you, Mal? How we doing? Mal, you are muted.
You're right, I am. I'm also at 1.
1, perfect. Niles, how we doing?
Hunger, I am at Hunger 1.
Hunger 1. That's a pretty good number for Niles.
Burroughs is technically at hunger 0. I don't know if last night's or the current night's events deserve a rouse check or something, but currently
We
0.
will get to that rouse check just because there's half of the night left over. I don't want to give you that premature rouse check for next night, so we will hold it where it is for right now.
I guess hunger check is what I was more asking for.
Right. What about you, Vince? How's Raguel doing?
Raguel was at 3 hunger.
Ooh. Oh, Raguel
Yeah.
needs a little bite there.
Gotta starve the
Sybil?
beast.
2. Beautiful. Okay, so we pick back up in Club Canaan, obviously. We have recently... Yes.
Sorry, did we do the recap?
I'm so sorry. We have not done our recap. I've completely glossed over it.
I was
Enoch,
gonna correct you.
I'm sorry.
before we officially get started, let's go to a recap of last session from Enoch. Thank you for catching that.
Zakia, you're like the kid that reminds the
Reminds
teacher that there was
I know.
homework on Friday.
I know.
Gotta do it.
I know what I am.
We are... I am the aggregation of thousands, millions, billions of simple states culminating into a single complex macro state. Billions upon trillions of summed bits, nibbles, bytes, words, blocks, sectors, pages, pixels in a digital image. I perform the numerical integrations that tame the waves that cascade into interference patterns that manifest into a slice that results into another thing that's called life. I am an analog machine, an imperfect heuristic knitting out the 3+1 structure of reality. Quirks, bugs, features, unintended side effects. Lots of funny little things in the math. Those little buzzing patterns do some really weird shit. Some really weird, annoying, and displeasing things. They always want to do this, that, and the fucking other thing. Go over there, little rat. Run over there and kiss that ass. Scurry to your holes to beg for someone else's table scraps. What sad, pathetic little creatures, these buzzes. Jockeying for their meager, pointless little lives. But I have something. I'm gonna take it. Even if it means doing some aggressive refactoring. See, that's the thing about math. Once you understand it, you can bend even the most Gaussian of static to your will. And these little summations of randomly fluctuating electrons are not nearly as complicated as they behave. But there's one little pattern that never ceases to make me go, what the fuck is happening over there? Everything else is predictable and boring. But when it's in the scope of my collapsed wave, everything is incalculable. Fascinating little surprises and ample servings of the devil's lunch. Oh, but if the old lady didn't deliver, I might have wanted these so-called conquerors all dead. More fun that way. They're not significant anyhow. But they take great solace in the fact that a dozen or so therapists will have to hear about the shrieking four-legged bulletproof insect monster for years to come. The funny thing is that the pests thought that they could stop us. I don't think they're gonna make that mistake again. No. From now on, they respect their betters. Or else I'm gonna add even more hair to my collection. I wonder if I could weave it into a bracelet. And now Emmerich has sent us a wedding present. See? You see? We don't work. We just get. And we only give to each other. It's time to unwrap our gifts. Assuming the one with the dirty little pigeon or the prince's little yes man doesn't drag us off on some idiotic errand first.
Amazing.
Wow. Incredible. Oh, and to think I almost glossed over
there
that.
live to see it happen.
So-
I'm mad.
With the dirty pigeon.
You call spoons a dirty pigeon?
100%. Like 100% in the street.
First of all, how dare you, sir?
And you can't even be mad about it yet.
I can't.
Find a way.
Niles just gets upset randomly for no reason.
Yeah, just the heart hurts somewhere. We find ourselves in Club Canaan, the newly renamed Lucky's. What was formerly a piss-stained, garbage-covered squatter's home for a biker gang off of the north side of Vegas called the Conquerors has now been rightfully returned to their new owners, Allison and Enoch. This gift from Emmerich has been given to you, and after quite the fight between all of you in the Boom Boom Club, quite the fight between all of you here in the club, and then quite the fight between all of you. You've now found yourself here in a slice of Vegas that belongs to you, and a portion of Vegas that is yours, in a city that is starting to recognize the power of your people. What is the first move of this night? There's still half a night left. The very last thing that we had was a very tense conversation with the right-hand man of the Anarchs in town, subtly telling all of you that you were maybe a few steps away from a grave misstep. But now, we're here. Let's make some decisions for our night.
Shall I reiterate some of the kind of tasks that have been handed to us? Because I
That would be helpful.
made a list last night and realized there's a nice handful of them.
Thanks, Dad.
that we haven't gotten around to in, 5 weeks now?
Right, so we
like
spoke
the star projects.
we spoke with Hughes, who wants us to rob the Silver Dollar Casino.
Right.
We noticed that there's a connection between Allison and Raguel about Underwood, the local human sheriff. As watchmen, we were asked to check in with Cisco at the Lonely Hearts Chapel, which I think we kind of wanted to prioritize at the end of the last session. We have our cleaning up of our club, and I think that's the big stuff. And something to do with Vince's Bugsy.
Yes.
Raguel's Bugsy.
Yeah, Bugsy wanted us to look into the death of his is the singular child there, Caleb?
It's the
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of his childs or childer.
Yeah, childer.
Sure.
There we go. Cool.
Bye, peace.
Yep.
Well,
where
maybe
we're
we
at.
should. Yeah, maybe we should tackle Cisco. At least set up what that is supposed to be.
I think that would be good.
See what he wants. Yeah.
Figuring it out.
And then we can, based on how tough the task may be, prioritize from there.
Yeah, because we could ask him about a couple stuff as well.
Cool. Do we still look like we got shot up in the club and someone was covered in roaches?
Yes, there are some noticeable, states of disarray in your clothes and bullet holes through some of you, and some of you are still healing off the superficial damage that was sustained when, 12 people decided to open fire on all of you.
Some of us still smell like trash.
Okay, we should
Always
change.
will.
We need to take
And
a
I'm
quick
all of that.
So-
take a quick 20.
Reconvene at the Lonely Hearts Chapel, maybe?
Yeah.
In an hour?
Meet there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything anyone would like to do outside of getting themselves ready within that hour before we arrive at the Lonely Hearts?
Yeah, we got some dudes with toe tags on. What the fuck?
You do. So, as we described last session, on the sub-basement level, so the closest, almost the lowest level of the club, which you found is pretty deep. It goes about 3 levels below the ground, and it gets smaller as you get lower, of course, because it's just how the architecture has to work. But on the sub-basement level, there is a series of private rooms, but one of them has been retrofitted to be something of a butcher's freezer or a surgery room. And inside there are these massive HVAC units who have been hooked up through the venting system, and these sort of makeshift butcher sidings, plastic sheeting across every surface along these booths and everything. And then these 3 gurneys have been set out for you. And on each of those gurneys, taped down, still breathing, very shallow breaths, are these, borderline cadavers, what will soon be cadavers when you're done with them. They've all been completely shaved. They're bald. They're naked. They're strapped down into these plastic sheetings. On their toes are 3 sort of like cadaver toe tags that have the reading with Emmerich's note from before. They all seem to be breathing. One of which you think is probably AFAB, and then the other are 2 AMAB individuals. So,
Can you say those last couple of words again?
one is AFAB, assigned female at birth, and the
I
other
see.
2 are AMAB.
just if any, I'm gonna make this very quick, as if we only have that short time. I'm going to because there's that medical, like you said there's like a little wash stand and all that. I want to spend as much time as possible, like going over the bodies, but like having and if Enoch can take notes in his notebook, I'll be like going through each individual, and I'll be like even spreading the toes apart and noting any weird like birthmarks or any kind of like, is there a birthmark or a scar or anything, because I got to know what is on each specimen so I know how to assemble what I need to assemble.
Absolutely. You start going through these specimen reports between the three of them. They don't wake up, during which they seem to be heavily sedated with some sort of anesthetic. But they are very much alive as you're going through. And as you're feeling through and studying them, they seem in pretty much perfect surface health. You might find a few birthmarks or whatever it may be, but there's no abnormalities if you're looking for that. But they seem to be in good health, despite what's happened to them. And they're all in about the early 30s, you'd guess, from the state of their bodies. And there's plenty of time within this hour for you guys to accumulate sort of the starts of a specimen report. Is there any other additional information you'd like to know about these three as you're picking apart? As I can imagine, Allison is sort of smoothing her hands throughout the subjects.
Yes. Is there any discoloration around fingertips, mouth, or anything that could give away any kind of illness or what they're on?
Let's go ahead and roll for that. Go ahead and give me a medicine plus intelligence.
Okay.
I forgot that they were still alive.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just harm them just yet.
Yeah.
Just yet.
Well, I gotta know if there's like not a bomb planted in them first.
Didn't your sire leave them for you?
I have one success.
One success. It's hard to tell. You, of course, are an artist, not a doctor. And your talents with surgery come from purely an aesthetic point of view. So to diagnose from this point of view would be a little tougher for you. And the excitement of knowing that these three things are yours now is just overwhelming. If you had a heart, it'd be jackhammering in your chest. But instead, you're distracted with all of the ideas of what you're going to do with these three individuals. From what you can tell, they're perfectly healthy.
Can you do Enoch?
Uh-huh.
I need to check their blood. I need to make sure that it's pure. Like there's nothing in there. Can you?
I rake my fingernails across one of their chests and just get a little trickle going.
Okay. They absolutely begin to bleed. The individual in front of you does not react to this action. In fact, they're still so heavily sedated back behind the plastic that it's not as though they jolt forward or anything. It is a slow, easy trickle, maybe the easiest thing you've ever done in your life. In fact, it invites this hype of that speaking voice inside of you, that beast that rolls through that tells you, oh God, it'd be so easy just to eat these. It'd be so easy, Enoch, just to take these.
Then so after I've done that and I have just like a little bit of like residual blood on my fingertips, I just like take my hand, I stuff it into my mouth like that while Allison goes about her shit.
Okay. Yeah. The taste is magnificent. These three bodies are rich in what's called melancholic resonance. They're very sad individuals. Whatever has happened to them has made their blood tragic. And the tragedy is so sweet. It must be pure, unbridled abuse. Something has happened to these three that has caused their blood to become like a rich vintage. And it has been almost frozen or chilled by the environment. You can feel the blood consistency in your mouth is just impeccable. Emmerich must have been preparing these three for quite some time for it to taste as well as it does.
Allison, how long do you think these guys we can keep them going. How many pints do you think we can get off of these guys?
Depends on I know I could smell, like I could probably smell the sweetness maybe. Well, how about this? I want to go ahead and like grab Enoch by the back, like, and just like kind of force kiss him just so I could taste that blood and taste that sweetness. And I'm going to be like, fuck. Ooh, that's sweet. Okay. Oh, shit. Not yet.
We should save them.
That's what I'm like. They're so good. They're too good. You know?
I have an idea.
What?
When we get a chance to slip away, let's go break into a pharmacy or a chemistry lab.
Go on. Well, what
And
did
then-
you check the cabinets first?
Well, maybe there's something here, but I was thinking we want only the finest ingredients.
Yes.
The blood's
okay.
only gonna get better with some extra seasoning.
We're gonna MSG this bitch up. Okay.
The MSG in this case is heroin, but yes.
You're not putting poison in these bodies, are you?
But just think about no one has cornered the vampire drug market. Think about the opportunity.
I know that, but that's not okay.
Our customers are gonna want the highest
Yes, but we
quality
want
drug.
high-end quality. We're not fucking Subway, all right?
Well, I can cook some good meth. They call me Spicy Cooker for a reason, baby.
I'm gonna backhand you on that. Just slap you across the face with the back of my hand. I was like,
You got another one in you?
I'm gonna go ahead and slap him again.
I think that is a good moment as the camera pulls away from these two on the second floor as they continue to slap each other for the remainder of the hour over their three dead body
And
presents.
it escalates quite a bit.
I'm sure
I
it
will
does.
make sure we shower. There will be no gross stuff on us when we leave.
I'm sure that you put those gurneys to work for those three unfortunate comatose individuals. Okay. Anyone else?
Do you
Yes,
think
Burroughs.
Burroughs has time to try to check in on Baby Blue? Maybe stop by the
Absolutely,
the,
yeah.
auto
Within the
repair
hour.
shop. See
It
if
is
there's been
not
any-
far from where you are now, so you could absolutely.
I'll
make
walk.
it. Okay. You make your way through the streets of Las Vegas. The locusts, thank God, have died down for the most part. They're still along the roads, and you will still see a swath of them every so often jumping through the streets of Vegas and down alleyways. But eventually, you make your way up to the auto repair shop that you know that Baby Blue has been kept inside of. It's that familiar alleyway with the locked gate that you've been given the key to. You come through and everything, and it seems as though that familiar light is still on, even this being as late as it is, later than you saw her initially. It's maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. But the light is on and the gate is closed, but it's a similar situation.
I'll go in, check in, see if Casey's there.
Absolutely. You sling up that gate and you can hear footsteps down the hall already before you even sort of move into the garage. And she's in the threshold of the door with this wrench in her hand before she realizes it's someone she knows. She sees, oh, God, you scared the shit out of me.
I come in
This-
peace.
Twice in the same week. I can't believe I'm seeing you twice in the same week.
Don't be so surprised. You'll be seeing me more and more as the weeks go on. Things
Oh,
get
is
better.
that so?
Yeah.
You've never been one for sticking around.
Well, I mean, I've been in your life for a couple years now.
Yeah, but you know, it's a coming and going sort of thing. It's by your terms.
You know, I'm like the house cat you let out at night.
Yeah, you are quite the fucking tomcat.
Hey, listen, I'm checking in on Baby Blue. You happen to order those parts?
I told you I'd get it done, and I did. She's looking beautiful. She's just about back to normal. Now I had to put on a new brush coat, a coat of paint, but I mean, she's near to what you had. But I'm not giving her to you until you got that money. I wasn't kidding about that, Burroughs. I'm not in a point in my life where I can be handing out cars like this.
I'll just, kind of take my hand and pat her face and say, "You're the best, Casey. Come on, are we inside?"
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine that the sort of roll-up gate for the garage has come up, and you guys are standing in like the basin.
Well,
Baby Blue is right behind you. You're in.
Yeah, I'll come in and look at Baby Blue and see the job, and I'll say, "I got that payment for you, and a little bit extra too." I'm gonna hand her the majority of the money, probably like $7,500, something like that.
Is this in like a briefcase? Did he bring it in a bag? How does this look? Does he just Burroughs pull out a wad of money from?
I've got a leftover greasy bag from the Naked City pizza place, so I probably have the money wrapped up in that. And I say, "Listen, this will cover the costs. There's a little bit extra. I want you to spoil the girls this week, okay? Buy them something nice, especially Alice."
She takes that sort of greasy bag and reaches in and takes out all these dead stripper singles basically and sort of rifles through these messy bundles that it could be messy from Burroughs, could be messy from the fact that they came from the Boom Boom Club to begin with, and she's just in a state of utter shock as she stares at you. Where did you get all this?
Well, I got a job, don't I?
Job that pays you like this?
You really in the mood to be asking these kinds of questions? Your old friend Burroughs?
I didn't mean it like that, John. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to impose on anything, or I wasn't trying to imply anything. It's just
you're not imposing at all. If anything, you saved my ass. This paint job, the fix on the body looks fantastic. You're the best.
This is like 5,000 more than I asked you for.
You deserve every bit of it.
Oh man! And she just rushes up and gives you this big hug, throws her hands around you, and brings you in.
After all, you said things have been tough. Things have been good for me, so I figured I'd pay it forward. If anything, you owe me a dinner.
Yeah, I could cook you whatever you want. What do you want to eat?
What am I in the mood for? Well, you're pretty good with that spaghetti special. Maybe some of that?
Sure. Yeah, I can make some pasta for you.
All right.
I don't even know what to tell you, Burroughs. John, I wasn't expecting anything like this, and this is going to change our lives. This takes me out of a bind, really.
That's great. That's what I wanted it to do. I'll look after my family.
Yeah. You should come by sometime, have dinner with us soon, with the kids, at the house.
I'd like that. Let's say in about a night or two. I'll give you a call. I'll let you know.
Yeah. You just let us know when you're free. That's your way, anyways. And I'm sure it'd be nice. I know my husband misses drinking with you. So.
I bet he does. Listen, you're up kind of late. You usually like to go to bed or go away from the office soon. What are you here for?
Well, I've just been worried about the money situation, and now I don't really have to worry so much. I was trying to find places in the budget, and I haven't been sleeping much at night. I keep waking up. I got this weird feeling in my body sometimes, like my heart's jumping. I get these weird dreams. Sometimes you're in them, and I don't know. It's like my blood starts to boil.
What kind of dreams? I mean, tell me about it.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm back home, and I grew up in the South, and I grew up on a farm, and my father used to raise horses, and I used to ride when I was younger. I have these dreams of riding the horses again. And every time I have these dreams, I fall off. And you do what you normally do. You get back up, you get on, and you keep going, right? But when I get up, the horse, he kicked me in the chest. And I can feel myself cave in. And I keep looking at that horse and wondering, why would you do something to me like that when I asked nothing of you, nothing but kindness, right? And then he kicks me again. And I don't know what it means, but I wake up and it's like my whole body is shaking and I need to go somewhere. I need to be somewhere. And I don't know. Sometimes that first thought is thinking where you go and what you do.
I begin the process of encouraging her to close up shop, like probably walking with her as she rolls things down and stuff, and she's telling me the story. And I say, well, it sounds like a stress dream. Sounds like something I'd have if I was worrying about money as much as you were. But now it's taken care of. So how about we take you home? And hell, if you're having dreams about wanting to ride a horse, I got a horse.
Yeah?
Come down to the ranch sometime. I'll introduce you to Traveler.
Traveler?
Had her for a couple of years now.
That fits you a little too well, Traveler.
Yeah, I suppose so. Listen, I wouldn't worry your head too much about it. Dreams are just funny ways of kind of processing things.
Right. I wasn't putting much stock into it until I started feeling that way when I woke up. And it's just been hard to go back to sleep.
I have a feeling you're going to sleep good tonight, okay?
Okay. And she'll follow you wherever it is that you're leading her throughout the place as you're closing up. Is this back into her office?
I think, well, first of all, Baby Blue's ready, right? So I can jump into the car.
Baby Blue is more than ready. She looks gorgeous.
I think if I know that she's not too far, I'll offer to drive her home and drop her off, and then I'll head over to the Lonely Hearts Chapel.
Okay.
I'm not going to feed on her tonight. I'm feeling good.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll get into the car with you and everything. It looks immaculate. She opens up the runway for the two of you to leave. As you get in, she does say, "Oh, there's one thing I totally forgot," and she pops the dash drawer basically and pulls out this immaculate set, brand new, of white fuzzy dice that she puts around the mirror of Baby Blue for you, and she says, "I just don't feel that this fits your image unless you're going fully into it. So I thought I'd get you this."
I think my workmates are going to like it. I appreciate it.
Very good. And you guys drive out. She locks up the gate behind you, and it's a smooth drive through Las Vegas, taking her back home. She lives in this second floor apartment in an apartment building to the east of the Strip, and it's meager. It's okay. Not the nicest place in the world to live, but she gives you a kiss on the cheek and then a big hug in the passenger side. She says, "John, I can't thank you enough for this," as she's gripping that greasy pizza bag.
Tell the girls I said goodnight. I'll see them soon.
Yeah, well, I'll try and keep it a secret, because if I tell them you're coming, they won't sleep until you do.
I can't wait. I'll see you soon.
All right, John. And she climbs up the stairs, she waves at you from the balcony, and then curries her keys into the door and collapses onto the other side, shuts the door behind.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just kind of put my hand on the steering wheel and look at the dice for a second, and then just head to the Lonely Hearts Chapel.
Baby Blue is back. She's looking gorgeous. Burroughs, you're feeling the wind against your hair as it's whipping about, and your beard is starting to feel it through. You're adjusting the mirrors and everything. You can see the beauty of the neon behind you as you're stretching back through the Strip to get back to the north of Las Vegas where the chapel sits. Okay, anyone else would like to accomplish in that hour before we arrive at the Lonely Hearts?
I want to call my boy Felix really quick.
Okay, all right. You put in a line to Felix. You call F. He answers remarkably fast on the other side. Maybe a testament to your last conversation.
Mm-hmm. Hi, are you busy?
Hello, Sib? Is this Sybil?
Yes.
Hey, no, I'm not busy. What's up? Do you need something?
I do. I need you to set up a meeting with Grease.
You want to talk to Grease?
Yes.
Even after, everything I said?
Especially after everything you said.
Does that mean you're going through with it? you're gonna, us?
What do you mean? What do you mean? When you say
I can't just say it over the phone. What are you talking about?
You can say it over the phone.
NSA's listening.
Okay, well, that's the least of our problems. You can say it over the phone.
Are you gonna turn us into vamps?
Oh my god, no. I just want to talk to him.
About what?
Isn't he the one that inspired you to make those ridiculous threats the last time we spoke?
Yeah, so we could be vampires. And if you're not going to go through with it, I can't just make a meeting with him in good conscience if you're not even going to entertain the idea.
What do you mean you can't?
Grease is going to kick my ass. If you just show up and we didn't get anything out of the deal, I'm in as much trouble as I was before.
Felix, this is an important lesson. If you're going to make it through this application process, I need you to understand how to communicate with other people. It doesn't matter that you objectively failed the last time we spoke, or that I'm not going to follow through on this deal. It matters that he's in a place at a time when I want him to be there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And you tell him what you need to tell him to make that happen.
Sure. What time, what place?
Late. Somewhere close.
Okay, that's very specific. Late, close. I'll do it.
Perfect.
Should I just hit you with the details when he comes up with it?
Exactly.
Okay. Sib, just be careful with this guy. He's slippery. And not just the pun.
Okay.
He's bad news, man. Like, I'm glad he's on my side. That's all I'm saying.
Does he ever take day shifts?
Grease?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. That's when I met him.
Okay. Then I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're sure you won't change your mind on this whole thing?
We'll talk about it later.
All right. Bye, Sybil.
Bye.
Beautiful.
Good. That's it.
Anything else we would like to accomplish? Going once, going twice.
Sorry.
Yes.
I just want to follow Raguel wherever he's going.
Okay. Raguel, plans?
I'm huffing it, so just gonna start the walk to the Lonely Hearts chapel.
Understood. And Niles, anything?
I'm heading out. I probably left immediately because I don't need to get ready for any reason. But on the way there, I just want to send a frantic text message to Hugh and ask him if we can talk.
You get a text message back that says, any time for you. Name a time and place.
I'll tell him later this evening.
He sends you back a little thumbs up emoji.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'm heading to the chapel.
The Lonely Hearts Chapel, as far as I have it. We're ready. Beautiful. It is a little podunk chapel that is all entirely like walnut cherry wood on a corner post far from Fremont Street into North Las Vegas, which is essentially Anarch territory, meaning that this is maybe the last bastion of the Camarilla landmarks. It is a tiny little wood frame a chapel that has a single sort of stirruped post, little bell in that post up top. It is paneled out in this wood. It does not look like real craftsmanship. It looks like it was maybe built in the 70s to mimic some of those old wooden chapels. There is a single neon sign of a heart that is broken and then reunited essentially over and over and over again through that neon, and it spells out in beautiful pink and teal cursive the little Lonely Hearts Chapel. It almost looks like a joke of a place for someone like Cisco to be located in. They are obviously very different to these surroundings, but as you all sort of arrive on the curb there, you're staring up at this church, and you're here.
Okay.
Sybil, you want to take lead?
Sure. Yeah. as always, before we go into places, don't try to kill anybody.
Aww.
Oh, that was an official policy of ours?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Should be.
When did that start?
Just now.
Who says you have the authority to pass policies without a majority vote?
We
You
never
just
said
think
this.
good about it.
For what it's worth, I vote that we don't kill people today.
I mean,
Or
I'm not
here.
against it.
Okay.
I'm just wondering when you had the right to make that a policy.
We can all introduce. You know what? Whatever.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
open the door and just indicate for everyone to move their asses in.
Walks in.
Real quick, Burroughs is just going to saddle up next to Raguel and say, you see old baby Blue?
It's looking good, man. Looking real good.
Listen, by the way, I forgot to give this to you, and I'll hand him a badge, a watchman badge, that he was not there in the evening to have it, but everyone's got one of these. I think maybe, since we are officially doing some watchman business, you might want this.
Wow, this is wild, man. Thanks. That's pretty cool.
You can Venmo me 150 for it.
Can I give you cash?
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Right on. No, thanks, bros. Appreciate it, man. This is pretty cool.
I'll walk in.
Just so you
pointedly
know,
shoulder
every person that passes me, I'm either going to slap you on the
Slap 'em
ass,
on the ass.
wink
Yep.
at you, or I'm going to give you either a compliment. Like Sybil will be like, looking sharp. Like everyone else just keep walking by. Just that's happening.
What were you saying, Mal?
I pointedly shoulder check Raguel as I pass him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to growl like, wow.
The first door into this sort of closed off chapel enters into this sort of short lobby that gives you a full length down the actual pews of the chapel itself. You're already into the chapel proper, but there is this big like steel-sided gate that has been brought down between you and the actual chapel proper, meaning that you're sort of trapped in this waiting room the second that you walk through the unlocked gate. And the inside of the chapel is basked in this purple light as many of the main fluorescents have been turned off, and it's just this glow of the neon as more of those broken hearts sort of shatter and then reunite themselves inside of the chapel proper, so that it almost gives it like a Bastion club type of glow to the room itself, all shadows and everything. And you can see that up on the altar where it has been sort of cast aside so that the podium itself is half open, kicked up with their feet on the podium itself is Cisco, who again is like a 5'4" individual, shorn head, purposefully shaved head, with this tattoo of a smiley face on the right hand side of their head. They have this massive blade on their back that is still primed in this this sort of shoulder holster for it, the shoulder sheath that they keep across their chest at all times. They're in a crop top that is adorned with that same smiley face that they have on the side of their head. And they are a smaller individual, but you can see that the sheer weight of the musculature they've put into their body is incredibly impressive. They look very strong for their size. Their abs are on full display with this crop top out, and it seems they have two blades that have been tucked into the sort of joggers that they have on below that, and these big fucking combat boots that have been double strapped up to the top of their shins. They look just built for killing. They pick themselves up, and as she walks herself down to the sort of steel gate siding in front of all of you, they pick that up and push it up just enough so that you guys can sort of crawl under onto the other side without any words.
Wait, so they're literally making us crawl into this place to them. That's not a fucking psychological game.
Personally,
It's
I
enough that
love
you
it.
could crouch and come under, but it's definitely not enough that you can walk.
Love that. Yep, gonna
Can
go
I-
right on through.
Like how high? Because it depends if I'm gonna limbo or if I'm gonna slide under in a certain way. That's
It
why.
is up to you. It's about 3 feet high, 4 feet high.
I'm gonna purposely kind of like do like that yoga pose and drop down and like crawl, but I'm gonna make sure if I'm gonna look under, so it looks like I'm looking under them, making them just as uncomfortable as they're trying to make me.
Cisco just sort of watches you, completely unimpressed. Just no change in their expression.
Hmm.
Just go through and just eventually like try to say good evening. I know they're not gonna say anything, but hi.
They do give you a little nod as if to recognize that you did indeed just speak to them. That's about all you get.
I'm crawling through, but I'd like to stay behind everybody, out of sight, out of mind.
The Niles move, I get that.
Special.
Yeah, I think Burrows would just give a big sigh of having to do some kind of physical labor and then do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poor
man.
Burrows is trying to do the collapse the dad gut thing just to get under the...
I would like to point out that Enoch remains on all fours even when he doesn't have to. After crawling, he just kind of decides that that's the mode he's in now.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go from like
Sport mode.
guard to guard. And he's just gonna start like grabbing people's ankles and kind of like jostling them a little bit.
Beautiful.
Just to try to out weird the weird.
Yeah.
I will kick you if you grab me by the ankle.
Same.
Cisco watches you with extreme interest of what the fuck is going on, but is interested like one watches a dog that's just going hog wild in a dog park.
Can you remind us, Cisco was they weren't the guard of the prince, were they? Or am I
They are the sheriff of...
Yes.
So the sheriff in this instance, this is like the police chief of all kindred in Las Vegas. They are the right hand and the sword of the prince. And so this was, in fact, the guard to the prince from back then. Yes.
Gotcha.
It looks like you have something for us, Sheriff.
They shut the gate behind you all so that you're all on the other side. They say, good. It's good to have all of you here. What took you so long?
We've been establishing ourselves in the city, just moving in.
I'd heard some things about that. I'd wondered why so many police cruisers had been coming through Naked City, worried for so many lives in Naked City, and then I had heard over the radio that, 12 people lost their lives?
Gang violence.
It's a
That's
bitch.
real bitch.
Yeah.
Really a learning
Sometimes
curve.
you move into a home and there's rats in the walls. What can I say?
Exactly.
I can assure that I'm not going to see any circumstances come of that position. No one got a little trigger happy with the things that they can do.
The rats were collected and they were properly exterminated.
Sybil
Good.
fully visualizes the jaw she had in her hand. Everything is completely taken care of.
Good. Then I'm going to allow that to stay low on my list of all the stupid shit I have to do. Listen, the prince is going to give you something that is monumental. I know that this is the second time this has happened to you, but things are different around Vegas, and Prince Aloysius is new. He needs people he can trust, and he seems to think that some of you qualify. She does give Niles a pointed look after that statement.
Looking down and away.
This is a unique opportunity for all of you, but it does fall under the Watchman's purview. How many of you are familiar with the Clan of Death? None. Good, good. I'm sure Prince Aloysius chose the right people, then this is going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
The Clan of Death, Clan Hecata, they are the outliers. There's the Camarilla, of which you all serve, the Anarchs, who are lost, silly, stupid, without direction. And then the third option, one of which you can really only be born into, the clan of death. The Hecata have separated ourselves from them, have separated themselves from clan politics and from kindred politics on a whole for a very long time. In fact, it's been written into their doctrine that they do not mess in our business and we do not mess in theirs. They have an obsession with everything that has to do with necromancy and the undead. What is not us, but is dead, that can be brought back. Now, that clan of death, Clan Hecata, has quite the upbringing here in Las Vegas. It's run by a group of some of the creepiest motherfuckers I have ever met in my entire life, by the name of the Rothsteins. They're an old Giovanni family from centuries of living, and they've been in Las Vegas almost as long as the city's existed. They have been in charge of everything that has to do with the Hecata for a very long time. But recently, this clan has had sort of a coming together of sorts. It used to be all of these splinter-shot families that all represented a different clan, a different bloodline, that all had different connections with death and the afterlife and necromancy. Now, they've all come back together to unify under one banner. This was all done within 10 years of the truce we are all so worried about coming free. We are within decades of them being free of interfering in all of our plans. Do we all follow so far?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
The Rothsteins, I heard that name before. They were like crime bosses in New York and shit, right? We talking about the same Rothsteins?
These are the Jewish Rothsteins. Maybe some relation. I guess you'll have to find out for yourself. It's a good person to ask. But they are preparing something in this city right now. The Hecata are having a reunion of sorts this month. They're bringing in every last family member they have to put something big together. Something they've refused to let the prince know what is. We have no idea what they're about to prepare. But whatever it is, it could mean terrible things for Las Vegas, terrible things for the Camarilla.
That was them dancing in the desert then, on our way in? Right?
Could be related.
Shit.
So, I understand you want us to interact with these folks with extreme prejudice, or sounds like they're pretty...
Are you
That
asking
is,
to be a mole? Are you asking us to get inside?
we're asking all of you to be their guests.
That's what I think is scary. Okay.
The prince is not invited, but they've asked for the Camarilla's help. This is something unprecedented. We're not usually involved in their dealings, but they've said they need an outlier, a third party. We've decided that all of you are going to be that third party. You're going to attend to their reunion. You're going to assist in whatever ritual it is that the Rothstein family has planned. And you're going to find out what it is they're planning. They promised that if we assist in whatever they have for you, that they'll release information they have on the missing Ravnos Primogen, your Primogen, Burroughs. They have information on Dino that would be very vital to the prince. He needs him back immediately.
Cisco,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we're going as guests, and they know this.
Yes.
For the secret thing, they won't tell the prince, and we're
Yeah.
gonna help them.
Yes.
And they think we won't say exactly what the fuck we're doing back.
That's what we're worried about. We're worried for why they are not worried. We're worried for why the Hecata would ask so plainly, knowing that we want to know what's happening. If your involvement doesn't change their plans, then there must be something else happening. We're hoping that you can outsmart them, or at least give us enough information that the prince can.
We're just going to be the messengers, if we survive.
I'm sorry, is that not typical for you?
I mean...
You survive as messengers long enough and you get to be me, another messenger.
Fair.
Well, it sounds like the rules of engagement, is that what you just said?
Yeah. What are our rules of engagement?
Be as courteous to them as possible before you have all the information. Once you do, discern whether this ritual can happen with the prince still alive. If this ritual is damning to anything in Vegas that affects our plans, you need to put a stop to it. If it can exist, allow it. But otherwise, we need to know exactly what's happening, why, and where.
Do we have a number on how many people make up the full assembly of the clan?
We've seen something in the dozens arriving at the Rothstein mansion recently. As many as in the hundreds at that mansion currently, is my guess.
Wonderful.
So if you were to start a fight, best come ready to die.
Good.
All right, so we play along, we find out what the hell's happening, and we report back to you?
Yes. Report to me as much as you physically can. I would be there in spirit, but they only gave license for all of you to join. The coterie itself is the only members of the Camarilla allowed whatsoever on that estate. There's only one Hecata inside that we trust worth a damn, and it's very important that you go through him for most of what you're doing. His name is Shlomo Rothstein. He happens to be the one most in charge. It's very important that you communicate with him and him alone. The others cannot be trusted.
We got his info, his number?
I don't have his number. The Hecata, unfortunately, don't work that way. The last time we saw him was a long time ago in a singular meeting between Prince Aloysius and himself, and that was in another city entirely. These people don't work that way. I wish they could. You're about to step into a version of our life that will not make much sense to any of you.
Now let me get this straight. These folks aren't with the Camarilla. They aren't the Anarchs. Or are they the other one? What's the name of that third weirdo group?
The Sabbat.
The Sabbat.
They are not the Sabbat. Much worse. Spot, you can know what they're doing. Spot come in mass, and they kill and they eat. They flee. They're like roaches. They're infestations. But the Hecata, they have plans. Plans they've been dealing over for centuries, for thousands of years. And even worse, they're cordial. They'll lie to your faces. They'll be political in everything they need to be to contain their power. They're a sickly, incestuous family that has been feeding off of each other for a very, very long time. They have a peculiar sense of what is life and what is death.
So, are we waiting for Shlomo to reach out to us, or...
You are going to attend a dinner party, of which you can attend any day this month, essentially. These celebrations continue until this ritual goes off. So in the interest of time, you do have some, if you have other things to accomplish in the city. I know starting an empire is difficult, but it's important that you make sure that this is up there on the priority list.
What's the dress attire, Cisco?
The blackest of tie. Dress like you're going to a funeral.
Shit, I'm gonna have to get fitted.
What's the budget for shopping then? Because if you haven't looked, some of the...
How much money do you have on you?
Not for what I need to fix over here. And I'm going to point to Mal.
Well, I'd say that you have as much as you can find in your wallets. I don't pay you.
There's not like a company card.
I'm sorry, was the whole district of the city of Las Vegas not enough for you?
Don't pay him any mind, Cisco. Remember, they're Malkavian.
Oh, I know their kind. Listen, once you're in the dinner party, you're going to be assaulted by a lot of these Hikata. It's very important you just speak with Shlomo. And if he gives you a mission, you're going to have to at least act like you're doing according to his word. Because they'll need it for the ritual, and it's the only way to get the information on Dino. But if you can second deal him and agree to one thing while you're breaking into another, then I encourage it. We don't want to give the Hikata everything that they want, in the same way that they don't want to give us everything we want. It's the best deal.
So we're not supposed to talk to anyone at all, except for Shlomo.
You can talk to whoever you want, but do not get in bed with anyone that is not Shlomo Rothstein. You will regret it.
Understood.
Are we understood?
Makes sense to me.
Are there any questions?
How are you, Cisco?
I am tired. I have been tired for a very, very long time. I think 60 years and counting. How about you, Sybil?
I'm also tired, but it's only been 3 days, so...
Give it time. Believe it or not, it gets worse.
Thank you for that encouragement.
Do we know what clan Cisco is?
Yeah, you know that this is your overseer, if you remember.
That's
This
right.
is the only La Sombra left.
Shadow me.
Interesting.
Hey, just out of curiosity, Caleb, with Raguel's unique connections in his previous life, did I know in their current form the Rothsteins probably haven't popped up, but has there been whispers of a prominent Jewish, maybe not organized crime family, but an enterprise in the city?
The Rothsteins do have a pretty significant influence in the city. Yes, they own quite a bit of properties. They probably own the temple of which you are a practitioner. They have quite a standing within the city as good people. From the mortal side of things, the Rothstein family is well known and actually well loved. They're very mysterious and not very active, at least not anymore. They used to be some 40, 60 years ago, but they are still very much part of Vegas.
Got it. Thank you.
It's going to a party. Seems simple enough.
Well then, if there's nothing else, this has been fantastic and such a good use of my time and energy. If you have any questions, I'm here. I wish I could give you a beeper, but I'm not exactly famous with those things. Write me, I guess. Send me a fucking telegram. I don't care. Find me if something goes wrong. You can talk to any Camarilla member and send a message, and they'll send me looking for you. Let's make a habit of checking in with each other, because I've heard some things happening out of Naked City, and I trust you so far. But that trust does not go endlessly. Just check in. Make sure we all know what the other one is up to.
Absolutely. And by the way, when we actually get our establishment up and running, we would love for you to stop by. Drinks on us.
What are you running again?
Come and find out.
Will there be crowds?
We have VIP rooms, and we actually have some great sub-levels.
Okay. I don't do well with people, so...
A lot of people I know aren't good people.
Maybe if you have a good back entrance.
Oh, definitely.
She has an amazing back entrance.
No. Hey, Cisco.
That was
Are
a
you familiar
vile
with,
thing you just said to me.
Is
Cisco,
wait,
are you
is
familiar
he not
with,
still on his like hind legs like a dog?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. I'm gonna turn to Raguel and be like, "I'm sorry, you might want to cover your ears for this," and then I'm gonna kind of kick you a little bit on the side.
Put a leash on me next time.
All right, so I think we're good. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
hey, yeah,
for
yeah,
meet us
yeah.
and,
Real
I
quick,
think Cisco's already opening the gate. Like, God, get these people out of here.
Is
See
the
if
gate
Cisco-
fully open though? Is the gate fully open?
Yeah.
Thank God. Yes.
Burroughs just walks up to Cisco and puts his hand out and says, I got a deep respect for the law, so you believe it, we'll be in contact.
They put their much smaller hand into Burroughs' bigger, and the grip is phenomenal. She grips your hand with this incredible strength, and the arms flex. It's very clear that they're trying to appear strong.
And I'll make sure as I shake their hand, my badge is visible. Just kind of show it off a little bit.
They do catch that, and they go, "What the fuck is that?"
It's a badge. We're
You
official,
can't
so
be fucking serious with that shit, right?
It's literally, it's pretty fucking sad. But
Please don't.
wait. You don't have one, Cisco?
Don't ever let the prince see that. I
don't know,
cannot tell you. I do not want you to lose your head for a fucking badge.
I usually make him laugh. I feel like he'd like it.
Oh, I do not think he'd be a fan of this Chuck E. Cheese bullshit.
Way out.
I'm gonna take the badge and like toss it behind me.
It started to grow on Sybil, so she's a little disheartened.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'll keep mine. Yeah.
Peter's gonna hate.
If you all are making for the door, the last thing that Cisco does is call Mallow.
Oh, great. I was actually going to call them too, so
Oh, good.
awesome.
parent-teacher conference.
You can go first, Mal.
Oh, Amanda, were you going to do something?
I would. The only thing I was gonna say is before like leaving, I would also shake their hand and be like, I'd be like this. If you do need me for that, like I do know the private entrance, and we can discuss things further if you have any issues. And also, and I'll be like, I do hope you do attend our opening night, and then I'll walk away. But I will make Enoch go get my badge.
Okay.
I go pick it up in my mouth and follow her out.
Oh my god.
I hate it here.
They're never allowed to play a married couple again.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. Yeah.
Venmo requests for both of you.
Mal.
$5 every time.
I'll wait until everyone has kind of gone out, and I'm just gonna kind of stare, like uncomfortably stare, like stand in front of them and stare at them and just look them over.
This is like their default too, so it's oddly comforting that the both of you are just sort of aggressively staring down the other.
Nice. And it goes on for too long.
You found a new place?
Yeah.
Church?
How'd you know?
They gesture to their church?
Right.
I had an inkling. You picked the wrong one, though.
I picked the wrong one.
I wouldn't open that door down there.
So you know what's down there.
I know something's down there.
What is it?
I don't know. It's on my list. Now it's on yours. I may
Yeah,
just
maybe.
cross mine off.
Might pull it off sometime. Might just leave it down there. It's nice having a crazy roommate.
See, you're already thinking like I do.
You got little floaty friends in the air too?
You starting to see the oblivion?
I've seen it for a while.
It only gets worse.
I think that's a matter of perspective.
It's the right perspective.
For now.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Absolutely not.
Good. Listen, It's hard to be what we are in this place. It's harder to be our flavor of what we are in this place. And they are going to look for any opportunity to take you and I down.
So we don't let them.
So we don't let them.
At some point, doesn't have to be now, doesn't even have to be soon, I'd appreciate a history lesson.
I can teach you what we are. I can teach you what my sire taught me, at least.
It's got to be more than mine.
He wasn't great, but he was one of us, not one of them. Just stay safe and don't let the others bring you down. They don't realize the consequences are twice for you and I.
I have plans. Don't worry.
Good. Stay alive.
You too.
Get out.
I leave a little tendril of shadow to pat their cheek, and then I go.
The gate shuts behind you, and the rest of you meet out on the curb in front of the Lonely Hearts.
Well, who wants to take a ride? Hi, Baby Blue.
I do.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Anywhere we want. Sounds like we got a heck of a job, but I suspect Sybil doesn't want to go too late into the night.
I don't. But if there's anything else we need to take care of tonight, I'm down. That went rather quickly. Actually, I do have a meeting tonight, but we can do something else. And I don't have to be here.
I have a theory that I would like to throw everybody, but that's okay. I can wait. But I want to be in the car.
Well, I'm
what
happy
time-
to drive anybody wherever they want to go so we can drive and talk.
Yeah.
How long till dawn, Caleb?
We're probably heading up on 2 a.m. right now, 2:30.
Okay.
Okay.
About 2-3 hours.
Yeah, Dawn will come for you about 5. 4:30 is about when it gets hard to stand.
Now, I do want to point out one thing. We do this job. We went to this thing as the Camarilla. As far as anybody who knows we did this, we're Camarilla now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Is that a problem for anyone?
No. Anyone else think it was a little weird? What was the guy's name? Slamo? Slumo?
Cisco?
Shlomo. Thank
Shlomo
you.
Rothstein.
He's the only one we're supposed to trust.
No.
I don't think we should trust anyone.
Yeah, I think that's a good
But
move.
it was very specific, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Because they only trust one person.
But
He's likely
why?
provided them reliable information in the past.
No, that doesn't mean much.
For the Camarilla, it means a lot.
What makes you
What if
trust
it's
someone,
blood married?
Allison?
Do you think he's blood married to someone within the Camarilla? Is that why?
I don't think
Not
your
everyone's
experience
horny and
is
creepy.
universal.
No,
Yeah.
that's gonna bug me all night. Why?
What
Why
is
is
the
he
only
so
person you trust, Enoch?
What? What? Wait, what? Who?
No, good question.
Is the only person you trust Enoch?
Of course I am.
I know you're one of them. Is he the only one?
Of course I am.
Excuse me?
Inside check.
Excuse you.
Why is it not me first and then you? Why did you only think you? You saying
I
don't trust
assumed you
myself?
trust
You
yourself.
saying I don't trust myself? Oh yeah, no. Oh no. You started this shit in the middle of this fucking way in front of everybody. Now everybody's involved now.
Allison, what are you talking about? You don't
saying
trust
I don't
yourself.
Trust myself.
I know you
said
don't trust yourself.
No. Oh no.
You don't trust
I'm
yourself.
gonna walk away.
This is
I'm
awkward.
gonna get in the car.
This is really
This
awkward.
This is super sucky.
And I'm
We're,
going
I
you
don't like
can't
this.
walk away. We're
I was
like
gonna say,
driving.
No, I'm not
We're-
gonna. I want you to run him. I want you to reverse into him.
You are all currently in a
in the
car.
We're in a
driving.
car.
Throw
We're
him
driving.
out. I'm pissed. I want to hurt him. Like, I'm going
Okay.
to hurt him.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, let's not be
hold on,
throwing
hold on.
anybody out.
What if we get to where we're going first, and then we do weird shit?
Hold on, we can't have a knockdown drag out on the streets.
I
Also,
just
we-
fixed the details on this thing, man.
And we can't hurt each other. We're trying not to hurt each other.
Correct.
I'm going to sit.
I'm sure
very
Enoch meant
still,
well,
and I'm gonna
Allison.
sit still and not move.
I don't think he meant well, but that doesn't really matter.
What the hell were
Just
we even talking
fucking
about?
work with me here.
We were talking about what
I
we're
don't
doing
know.
next.
Slow-mo.
Yeah.
I was
No,
asking
slow-mo.
Allison if Enoch's the only person she trusts, and why the only person she trusts is someone she knows can't disobey her. Isn't that part of trust? That, like, there's the opportunity for someone to betray you, and you trust that they won't? Isn't that, like, inherent in the definition?
You might have to check in with Allison a little later.
Yeah, alright, that's fair.
Nope.
Allison's broke.
Does anybody get the feeling that we're being served like we're the dinner?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
This isn't like we've done such a good job that we deserve this hard task. This is a group that could disappear, and it's okay.
We're disposable. Exactly.
We're not gonna disappear.
No, we're not.
Well,
But doesn't that just like excite you?
anyway, it's relatively late. I don't think that there's any reason for us to go to this thing tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Is there anything else on the docket that we need to think about?
I was gonna go run by Little Vegas, talk to some folks down in the underground, maybe spend the night there, see if I can dig up some answers on Bugsy's problem.
Do you?
Fine,
Well-
disappear again, whatever.
I was gonna say you shouldn't go alone.
You're more than welcome to come with. I got permission to bring all y'all if you want to come.
All right, we're going downtown then. I'll turn the car, start heading in that direction.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've been to a freak show.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe that one bit.
Go with
But
you too.
if Enoch, I know we're not. I apologize sincerely for losing my temper. What I would ask is, please don't refer to them as the freak show when we're down there. It won't go well.
I just kind of poke Raguel in the cheek and say nothing.
Beautiful. This is going to go amazingly.
So Raguel does give you directions to the sewer access or the storm drain access, which is more accurate, that he is aware of to the south of the strip there and in the bottom of Vegas almost, where the moles do hide out, the closest entrance into Little Strip. And it is essentially this dilapidated, no person is supposed to be a part of storm drain that is used whenever Vegas floods through from all the rains coming through the valley there. You park in a parking lot and then have to step out from foot and march out onto the dirt and dust of Vegas out there just to get to the mouth of this tunnel. And Raguel is leading you the whole way through, and already you can sort of smell the fetid leaves and mold of a place like this, and the standing water and the smell of shit. All the familiar Raguel scents. But you're here, you're on your way to Little Strip. Is there anything that happens between our group as we're walking through the sewers here?
I will say in the car, I sat behind Raguel and just kicked his seat the entire time.
Of course he did. He just took it. Just sat there and just fucking bouncing. As they go, though, Raguel kind of gives you all a rundown. Bugsy, again, asked me to look into his murdered child prior. He was killed. And the only lead we have is that he was looking into something called Saint's Tears. Don't know what that means. Don't know what it's about. First, when I did stuff like this before, first question we always answer is who stands to gain from that person's death. So Who wins with this person dead? We answer that, we got a good start.
Okay.
Well, I know from word of mouth that this Bugsy, he's a good guy, good kindred. So
He's
I'm
not
excited
bad.
to meet him.
Yeah, he's an interesting character. Yeah.
Is
Any
he
questions?
real ugly? I'm just saying, I realized I had a little bit of a reaction at Elysium to that one. So I'm gonna have to kind of keep my
Yeah, my
composure.
good word of advice is just prepare. Just take that, multiply that by 10, apply that to everybody down there, and just that'll teach you. That'll help you figure out what to expect. It's not great.
All right.
Inner beauty, baby. Inner beauty.
Is the assumption, this is a little preemptive, but is the assumption that whatever killed Bugsy's child kindred or something else?
Well, and Caleb, Pryor was killed in Little Strip, right?
Yes, in his apartment in Little Strip. And before leaving, Dharma and Bugsy would have given you the address for such. It's really all in that same dome, which is where most of the Nosferatu live, in these little hovels.
Yeah, and Raguel say, considering Pryor was killed where he lived, down there with the rest of the Nosferatu, chances are it was an inside job. Wouldn't have been like Second Inquisition or anything like that. Not down there. I mean, my money's on another Nosferatu.
Are we responsible for extinguishing this threat?
No, I think Bugsy wants to be the one to do the honors.
Okay. So this isn't something that Cisco should be aware of?
Bugsy implied that this is a problem he wants handled in-house.
Okay.
It's personal, and understandably so. I mean, he seems like a sire who actually gives a shit.
Those exist.
Yeah,
They do.
foreign concept to everyone here. Except for maybe Enoch.
Emmerich takes real good care of you two. Holy shit.
Local sugar babies.
See, I'll lead him to the door, their storyteller, and kind of knock on the entrance.
There is that familiar knock to this makeshift door, as we saw before, this huge hodgepodge creation that is made up Little Strip. And again, that steel siding door closure comes out, and you can see the single milky white eye of that fused in cycloptic eye of Brontes, who grunts on the other side. Oh, that Raguel.
Hey, Brontes, buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Raguel?
Good. You mind if I bring my friends in?
You bring friends? Ah,
Lots of them.
oh, many. Yes, they come through, but don't do anything. Okay?
You got it, Brontes. I'll watch
Okay.
'em.
He shuts the gate behind and he opens that big door from behind. You can see him himself now. Again, 6'6", 6'8", massive individual, 300, 400 pounds of pure muscle, no brains. And you are all allowed into the city of Little Strip, which again is already, you can hear Plinko machines, you can hear the slots going off, there's chips being thrown onto tables, there's the familiar sounds of like walking into Planet Hollywood or Caesars or anything like that. You're hearing actual betting being put on at a lower scale. There are these old 90s Konami slot machines off to your right as you walk through, and this sort of access gate has this dingy green-touched red carpet that lines itself up and around in this domed-out area that extends out from all of Little Strip. And then each of the intersections run into what must be little like districts of the city. Places for the apartments of those staying in Little Strip. There's businesses and all sorts of things like that. There's still the Mint Bar in the corner there that's serving drinks and advertising Patsy Cline. You're here in what is the closest to a casino we have been in all of Vegas so far.
Yeah.
Now we're down here. What are we just going to start asking around, or we need to talk to Bugsy specifically?
No. I was gonna start with the apartment, see what we could find there.
Oh, all right.
Dig around, and more eyes are always good. And then if we need to, I'm sure we could stay there for the day, rest, and then pick right back up tomorrow.
We're sleeping in a crime scene.
Listen,
Not the first time.
yeah,
I mean, no, but like an active crime scene, isn't that like against what you're supposed to do?
this is a little unorthodox. Hey, Brontes.
Huh?
Hey, can you ask Bugsy if he can hook us up with some rooms for the night?
Sure, I can
Thanks.
make accommodation.
Thanks, buddy.
How many room? You all sleep together?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Oh,
Let's do 4 rooms.
4 room. And he walks off. He looks
Sure.
to move in the direction of Bugsy's little tower.
I hope they have a lot of Scotch guard down here.
Can you say anything that's not gross?
The answer is no. So yeah, head over to Pryor's former residence.
Moving through, there must be a
Prior
considerable
residence?
amount. There must be a considerable amount of kindred that call home to Little Strip, because you are moving through crowds, and many of them are kind as well. There's plenty of mortals down here that are clear to understand what is happening in this place to some sort of a degree. So you do have to move through swaths of people, and you see card games being played out, and there are plenty of people running dice games that are clearly not petitioned to buy Little Strip and are just personal games themselves. There is street food being served to some of the mortals. There's also blood that's being sold off of stalls and being passed around to kindred alike. And it is just a hub of communication as you're moving through. And Raguel hangs this left following the signs that are these sort of stripped out casino advertisements that have been made into makeshift reading signs, and leads off into the direction of the apartments off the left. And they are essentially these steel corrugated sidings that have been built a couple feet up off of the gray water, almost like a canal city where these shacks form out these apartments. And it takes a while for you guys moving through each of these shacks, but eventually the handwritten note that Dharma had left you, Raguel, with the directions to Pryor's apartment, starts to make sense, as he was actually upgraded into this a sort of doored room into the side of one of the walls of the actual place of Little Strip. Some administrative office of a very long time ago that has been converted into whatever Bugsy is doing down here. And there are 2 shacks alternate to each side of the door that seem to be his neighbors. But you arrive at the foot of the door, and it does read Pryor in this spray-painted graffiti script over the front door in this yellow script, and right under it says, "No solicitors fuck the prince."
Ooh.
You are muted, my friend.
Raguel looks at Sybil.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Sybil looks at Raguel and is like, is this okay.
We're a different part of town.
Okay.
I like it here already.
Aren't all these fuckers supposed to be part of the Camarilla?
Yep.
The Camarilla
don't-
keep them underground. How much do they really want to like them?
There's
Not allowed to go out.
part of the uncivilized clans.
Underground, actually. If
Who
it
the
wasn't
fuck
for-
decides what's civilized and what's not? What the fuck is up with
Exactly.
that?
I'm saying it's awesome. Jesus Christ.
No,
Yes.
I'm talking to Sybil.
It's the
No, I thought you
prince.
were talking to me.
Why does
No.
he get to decide?
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, he's another dude.
He's not just, I mean, yes, he is just another dude, but he's got a lot of other people that are willing to swing for him. And that's
Why?
why he gets to decide.
Why do they want to swing for him if he's doing shit like this?
It's a gilded cage, but it's gilded, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Nothing ever be the same.
Now he's singing.
Love it. Love that.
Oh, nice.
Hey Burrows, do you're good at talking with folks. Do you want to maybe take someone check with the neighbors, see if they heard anything, saw anything?
All right, yeah, sure. So I'm asking if we saw any suspicious activity or this person in particular doing something weird.
Heard anything, especially the night he was killed.
Pryor's his name?
Pryor. Yep.
All right, yeah, sure. I'll go knock on some doors, see what I can do.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Take backup, just in case. Say, if you want to go with him or you want to come with me, but don't advertise camarilla
I could be the
membership,
bad
just to be on
cop
the safe
and you
side.
could be the good cop.
Oh.
I
Allison
think,
and Burrows?
Allison and Burrows. All right.
No, 'cause
I'm
I
like at a
trust me.
standstill, just like looking between her and Enoch. Like, what's going on?
Niles, what would you like to do? You've been kind of quiet. Do you want to talk to folks? You want to come check this joint out?
Whatever you want me to do. I don't know if I'm welcomed here.
You are.
I don't know, given the whole princely welcome at the door, this might be the best place.
Listen, anybody got a piece on them?
A piece?
A piece?
Don't
Yeah,
we have
like
like
a
a bunch of pieces? We have like a bunch of guns.
In your
No,
car, there's guns.
We dumped them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took the
Oh, yeah.
we
That's
have
right,
them,
Baby
because We
Blue.
have the shotguns and the.
Okay, all right. I think I would have
Sorry.
just pulled out a handgun and just keep it on me. All right, never mind.
Yep.
All right, whoever wants to come talk, come with me.
Got the badge back. Got the gun.
Oh no.
Badge
Oh
and
no.
Got a buddy cop happening.
This is
Yeah.
the buddy cop movie we deserve.
You're a loose cannon, Allison.
I'd be like,
Did you get results?
bad cop.
So Burrows and Allison, you're approaching one of the shacks there on the right of the door, I'm assuming?
Yeah, probably one of the neighbors, and just see
Okay.
if somebody's home.
It does look like someone's home. On the other side, you can hear like some trance music being played. Some of that like heavy EDM trance that you might listen to when you're working out or you're just trying to get into a mode. It is blastingly loud. Like they're trying to pull off the knob on the speakers itself. And Burrows is probably not your taste in music. It's very modern. And you can see there are these sort of flashing lights that are coming from the window into this sort of shack house that has been built, that is sort of basking new light fixtures onto the outside exterior of the shack every so often. Like maybe there's a TV blaring on the other side of the door or something.
Do I suspect they're not going to hear me knocking on the door?
It could be, yeah.
Is there like a little window or a gap thing I can like take a peek in?
There's a window in so much as there is like a piece of corrugated steel cut out of the wall that you could climb through, and you could basically reach your arm in, and now you're inside the house. It'd be an invasion of privacy, but it's that easy.
I want to make sure like there's someone, like I want to take a look first, see if there's people there, or if there's a dead body. Maybe they can't hear us and that music's there to cover up stuff. I don't know.
There is some sort of cabinet masking off half of the window, so it'd be hard to crawl through, but easy enough to peek through. You see through this sort of beam of light off the side as you're sort of moving around the door itself, and looking in, you find this like 3 soiled, broken, dripping bean bags, and a person is laid out on all 3 of them. He is like rail thin, like you'd guess like 60, 70 pounds. He's emaciated beyond belief. He's bald except for these like spikes, like think Darth Maul spikes that are expounding out of his head.
Yes.
Like little bone spurs that are created out of this big bulbous overgrown head. He has these little needle teeth that are over flared over his mouth itself, and his eyes are these big glossy white globes that shine like he's blind almost. He's in this beat up little black sweatshirt that is pulled up high and then cropped across so that his stomach is exposed, and he's got this wife pleaser on under that, and then these little short jorts, and he's just laid out on that beanbag, completely fucking zoinked, staring at this TV as an episode of Jujutsu Kainen is playing at like fucking top volume, just flashes of anime steel climbing across this man's face, as that is the only illumination in the room is this episode of anime. That the dialogue has been completely softened on, but the subtitles are still on, and the trance music is playing over all of it.
Actually sounds really like he's having
What
a
a
good
vibe.
time.
Yeah, I think
He's-
Burrow.
I would
you
have
know,
kept watching.
There's that trance music playing, and Burroughs is like, of all the goddamn new music I'm getting used to, this shit is the worst. It's got no soul. I'm gonna basically open the door and walk in.
Yeah. It opens. In this place, it doesn't seem as though locks are a very good thing to have. Everyone is kindred, so everyone can kick a door. So it does seem you glide right in, and he sits there. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh, you scared the shit out of me. Who the fuck are you?
Turn it down, please. Can you turn it down?
What? I can't fucking hear it. What?
I'm gonna activate compel and say, turn it down.
He rushes over and immediately gets the volume down, and it comes through as your voice echoes through as if it gains 3 extra layers and fills the room. Now it is a silent depiction of Jujutsu Kainen on the wall, and the 3 of you standing with the 2 of you in the threshold of his house. Can I help you?
What?
How you doing, boss? What's your name?
It's not boss, man. It's Ord. It's nice to
Ord.
meet you.
Oh,
up,
nice to
Ord?
meet you.
Can I do something for you? Are you supposed to be down here?
Yeah, I'm a watchman. I can be wherever I need to be. And I'll flash him the badge. This is my partner, Allison. I'm Burroughs.
Mm-hmm. Allison's watching the anime, by the way, but she's like, mm-hmm.
You guys aren't like cops, right? And you can see his hand is sort of drifting through a desk by the TV.
I already lifted my gun, but
Look, we can be whatever you want to be. We can be your friends. We can be cops. We can be the people that take your soul. Listen, the point is, we just got a couple questions. Real quick, easy,
Sure.
painless. We'll be in and out. There's a gentleman over there named Pryor. He's been missing. Heard anything about him? Heard anything strange happen in his little hovel over there?
Go ahead and make me a manipulation plus intimidation roll, my friend.
Okay.
And then add in your dots and presence because you used that.
Or I guess it's dominate technically is the
Dominate, yeah, excuse me.
So intimidation and what was it? Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Okay. Here we go. That's 2 successes.
Okay, yeah. He looks at you and he says, "Oh shit, you're here from Bugsy, aren't you?"
We are.
He gave it to you people? That's okay. Yeah,
What,
yeah.
were you supposed to have it?
No. I'm not trying to say anything, man. I'm just watching anime, man. That's my life. Hey, I'm not nobody from anybody. It's not normal to see smooth skins down here. Okay. I'll talk to you about Pryor. Sure. It's a shame what happened to him.
What exactly did happen?
I don't know, dude. He's fucking dead, right?
Well, he's missing. We're looking for him.
You're looking for him. You're not gonna find him. He's fucking toast, dude.
We know this storyteller?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's already dead.
Yeah, he was murdered in his apartment. Sorry about that.
Gotcha. Murder in his apartment. Were you here when he died? You hear any noises? Anything strange?
I never heard any noises, no, but I knew he was getting into some stuff he wasn't supposed to. Bugsy was getting on him because he had started setting up some servers, and, we're not supposed to be on the internet and all that, but Pryor was real big into it.
I'm gonna kind of sneak in, almost like kind of make it almost gossipy in a way. Be like, oh, he did that? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh my god. For how long?
I don't know. Since he got embraced, he's kind of new. He was Bugsy's latest.
Do you have any close friends that were helping him with this project?
Well, I was pretty close to him while he was alive. Not now because he's dead, but
Of course, yeah.
I was helping him out with a LAN server. I used to do some things like that when I was alive. So he was pretty technically advanced himself, but he couldn't get it down. Basically, I helped him set it up.
And you guys got these parts, these computer parts from up above?
Oh yeah, from all over. Yeah, you could just go to like a Best Buy or something like that. You know, like electronic stores.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it seems like, is your theory maybe somebody didn't want him finishing that server?
No.
Was he real talkative? Did he mention the server to a lot of people?
No. He mentioned. Look, he didn't like the way he looked. None of us do, right?
Why?
But Pryor was different. Pryor hated himself for what he became. I mean, look at me. I'm not easy to fucking look at, am I? I know this.
Pretty badass.
And sometimes the smell is enough, but
I mean, it's pretty rank.
I wasn't going to mention that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's rude. We're not going to do that.
thanks. You're so courteous. But
No worries, right?
For somebody like Pryor, it was the end of the world. He was an actor when he was alive, and I was really important to him. And now, well, a lot of things get taken away when you become what we are. I'm sure you know that about being pretty, but it's even worse when you're not. So he was pretty vocal about trying to fix that. I think he went looking for something that shouldn't be looked for. That's what I think.
Using this internet,
Server.
this ShrekNet thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it some kind of revenge or something? He wasn't talking about hurting people?
No, he loved Bugsy, despite it all. He was a good man. I don't think Pryor had any bad bone in his body. I think his biggest issue was naivety. He thought that the world could change. It's hard accepting what you've become.
Anyone else here that's... Because I know you helped him a lot, and you really kept his foot on the ground, but would anyone else to have disagreements on his philosophies?
Well, anybody at the top with Bugsy and them, if they would have found out that it would have been fucking over, man.
Well,
Which,
okay.
I mean, if you tell Bugsy, like, what I was doing, I mean, it could be over for me, too. You're not going to do that, right?
No. Look, as far as I'm concerned, we're just here to look for a missing person. I don't care what you're doing with your Spectrum modem and all that. And
I'm not doing shit. I was just helping Pryor. The most I do is a fucking Crunchyroll subscription.
Relax. I don't care about that.
Okay. That's the people who care about that sort of shit is Bugsy and Dharma. All those people. If they caught an undocumented server, I mean, it could fucking be over for us. The prince could come down here and decide we're not worth our skin.
Detective Allison, any more questions?
How many episodes have you watched?
This is my second watch through. I've seen everything.
Nice. Yeah,
It's really good. It really picks up.
Yeah, I love what you're doing. I'm just gonna vibe on that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good time. Yeah, I figure I'm dead, so I have absolutely nothing to do but vibe.
That's the whole point of being. I mean, I'm not saying crazy, but sorry, Burroughs, you were saying stuff.
Team as a whole, is there anything we've forgotten to ask him?
Yes.
Saints Tears.
Ah, yeah. Say, listen, we heard this rumor that your friend Pryor was looking for something on the ShrekNet called Saints Tears. You ever heard of Saints Tears? That ring a bell?
No, man. No. Is that an anime?
I don't know. Is it? I'll look to Allison.
And I'm gonna ask the room. Is that
No.
No, I'm just gonna be like. Nah.
No, it's nothing. Just a clue we're looking up on. Go back to what you're doing, and I'll use compel to. Yeah, go ahead.
Caleb, can I sense if he's like lying to us at all?
Sure, give me an insight plus wits.
You suck. Okay. Where? Oh, okay, not bad. That would be only one success.
You sense that this is the truth that can only come from an innocent bystander to a crime.
Yeah, I'll compel him to go back to what he was doing and step out of the hovel.
He is compelled back into his dirty, wet bean chairs to watch his anime. You mosey back out.
You weren't much of a bad cop.
I mean, from one week to another, it's a thing. I can't.
On your best behavior, right?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
And next one next one.
Well, maybe the next one it'll be with Enoch.
So, with the rest of you, I assume we're going through the door, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and I will try to trip Mal on their way through.
Okay.
Oh.
You know what? You open the door and trip Mal into what is essentially the worst smell that you all have ever encountered. It is terrible to take into your lungs. It is equal parts formaldehyde and fetid, moldy soup and dead body and maggot. And Mal, you sort of trip into the room and find your hands coming back wet as you stand back up to your full length, and looking in front of Raguel, you find that your hands are sort of laced in this black ichor that is drenched green at the ribbings at the ends, and it begins to burn at your fingertips.
I walk directly up to his face and I smear it across it. I say, "What the fuck is your problem?"
Oh, shit, bro.
As you streak it across Raguel's face, the two of you take 2 superficial damage as it continues to burn your skin pretty ridiculously.
Oh, dude, I feel bad.
We gotta get a jar of that stuff.
It's starting to feel as though a 2nd-degree burn is overtaking your hands and now your face.
Oh shit!
Raguel.
That's acid.
Oh yeah, no. I take the beanie off and I just start fucking scrubbing my face.
Good. And you, Mal, do you keep it on your hands?
No, I try to find just like a towel.
I hand them my beanie. I hand them the beanie.
I don't want your stupid fucking beanie.
I take off my jacket and I wrap it around Mal's face and start aggressively raining them with it.
It's not on my face, you fuck!
I do it anyway.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I had no idea, Mel. I'm so sorry. I was just fucking around.
So we've learned something.
We've learned something.
Into the
don't trip
room, or
people.
at least viewing into the room. It is a small space. I mean, it's probably no bigger than like a public restroom at a bar or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. In the length of this bedroom, half of this room is filled with that sort of viscous liquid of black and green ichor. And in the center of that pooling at the bottom of the floor, under 2 half-lit fluorescents, is the decaying skeletal corpse of a man who used to be undead. Prior is halfway through the soup itself, and his body is slowly decomposing and dripping with this sort of liquid across all of it. And again, the smell wafts into your face as you can see what used to be this deformed Nosferatu's face is now just reduced to this skull that is escaping from broken dead flesh. He looks to have suffered greatly as he passed. Aside from him is a bed off to the right of this puddle, and then against the back is a desk and what looks like some sort of makeshift half-lit green keyboarded laptop.
I thought you turned to dust when you die.
I thought you did too. Yeah, Caleb. How
So-
did Kindred die?
popular misconception that everyone turns to dust. Those who turn to dust are most likely those who died a very long time ago. When you pass as a kindred, you return to the level of decay your body should be at from when you died originally. So, if your body died 10 years ago and you meet your final death, you return to a body that is decayed 10 years. Does that make sense? So elders turn to dust because that is all that's left of what would be their corpse. But for the rest of you, you will return to what is left of your soul, left of your physical remains. There are also things in this world that may prevent you entirely in the way that you die. Maybe this is one of those.
Yeah, like decomp material doesn't burn like acid, so this could be the mechanism of death here that we're looking at.
I was gonna say this gotta be some kind of acid. Wait,
Do we have?
Enoch, do you have anything?
Is there a base?
Do you have
I
anything
don't have it. I don't have anything. Are you here, by the way?
Yeah, I don't think we're
Yeah,
with them. We're
Y'all are
outside
probably
of
still
them.
talking to Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is there a skeleton? Do we have? I want to see if there's any sort of typical diablerie stuff. If there's like a chest wound or a neck, anything.
In terms of diablerie, that would have left nothing. So
Okay.
this was not as far as you can tell, this is not a diablerization.
Go off,
See anything? Do we see any any stakes, any wounds apart from just being decomposed and broken down by this material?
You could get up close and go for a further inspection.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yep, taking a look.
Go ahead and give me a. First of all, let's make sure you do not fall in any of this, as it's a pretty thick pool of what used to be a person. Let's go with dexterity, and actually, let's go with composure and athletics.
Could I throw a little monkey wrench into that?
Sure.
While Raguel is going up to examine the body, traipsing around this sensitive, potentially damaging material, I'm going to creep up behind him. And I am going to very loudly and suddenly whisper into his ear, "You should lick it."
That tracks.
And try to start him into it.
Well, I have a die pool of 2. I rolled 2 successes, so I don't know if that helps, but
It does help. You can react however you like to Enoch's terrifying suggestion there.
Jesus fuck. God, please
And
please
as
don't
you
do that.
contemplate the ability to lick these things, let me get an investigation plus intelligence.
Beautiful. All right, let's do that. It's a good pool.
Don't forget your hungers.
Yep, that's 3 dice, so let's go off. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah. You do not see any puncture marks in the thoracic cage. It doesn't look like he was sent into torpor before this happened or while this happened. You also do not seem to find any remnants of an attack. It does not seem as though this was an aggressive death. There were no assailants as far as you can tell. Or if there was an assailant, it was not physically done.
Okay, all right. I've never seen anything like this.
I don't think I have either. Well, that's a quick question. Has Sib ever seen anything weird like this?
Go ahead and give me an occult plus intelligence roll.
Okay. Okay.
Is that a good pool?
Woo! It's 1 success.
No,
It's
you have not
just hunters.
seen anything like this.
Okay. We should definitely collect some, right?
Yeah, if we
Just feels
can.
Okay.
Enoch, what's your deal? Like, what's your thing?
That's a very broad question that I feel like you're probably going to want to quantify a little bit further, lest you...
Correct. If you wanted to, considering your masochistic nature, if you wanted to dump a shit ton of corrosive material into an enclosed space, how would one go about doing that?
You just need something resistant to the acidity, like glass. Does anyone have any glass?
Yeah, let me pull out my travel. What? No one just carries glass.
I don't know what your deal is.
I mean, Mal, do you have a phone?
Of course not.
I thought maybe there'd be a dead one. You'd use the phone screen if we need glass.
No, never had a phone.
Well, a phone screen isn't a container, so that's not super helpful right now.
No, we
There
can
wouldn't be a glass bottle in the sewer somewhere.
There's a bar. There's a bar down the way. We can, if we need to, we can come back. Caleb, I'm gonna go check out the laptop and see.
Yep.
Like, I'm looking for the LAN. I'm looking for the server.
Okay, go ahead and give me a technology plus intelligence. Because it's pretty easy to find the server. In fact, there's sort of a shortcut to this designated area that he's been using. But opening that shortcut does bring you to this login screen, essentially.
That's 3 successes, which is pretty impressive for me.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You run into this, but it does not seem to be easy enough to hack into. You try... some logins and passwords do you think Pryor might have used to get through the server itself, but it seems a lot harder than you first initially intended. You might need someone that's more versed in computers.
What kind of machine is it?
It's just a laptop.
Well, I know what operating system.
It looks like it's running off of a Linux OS.
Which Linux OS?
The latest.
The latest. Caleb, just so you know, we would probably head towards the hut. So whenever you feel it is relevant for us to enter,
You can say that you're here now.
Okay.
We'll assume that after they found the body, they searched through, and now
I think they
working
just
on the
know we're
laptop.
here because Burroughs opens the door and says, "God damn!" And
There he
starts
is.
kind of like looking around.
It's bad in here. Don't touch anything.
Be like, whoa, I didn't think I would get a worse smell than the other place.
Don't touch the fluid. Don't touch the
No
fluid.
shit.
Touch the fluid.
But yeah, Aaron, it looks like it's running off the latest version of Linux.
Okay. That does that. Okay. Well, if it was a Windows machine, it'd be easy. You would just have to go in and with another boot disk, and you could go into the registry and change the password to whatever you wanted. But as it stands,
I misinterpreted. I'm sorry. It is logged into the computer.
Ah.
The remote connection he is using to access this server has another login screen. That is the one we're struggling on.
Oh.
there's not a lot you can do about that. You
Is
need
that
the
a-
password.
I'll point at the laptop and say, "Is that a server?" Because I was told he was making a server.
No, that's it's just a laptop. But it looks like. Is there anything on like the desktop? Anything like any documents, any files?
It looks blank, save for this login. It looks like everything he was trying to do was through this remote connection to a server that God knows who else has a connection to.
Can I have an idea.
Sure.
If it's so, is it like it's like a remote terminal that's up
Yes.
on the screen?
Yes.
I just hit the up arrow,
Okay. Beautiful.
which scrolls to the last command that was entered into it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll technology plus intelligence just to give this a success or fail roll. Which for Enoch, this should be borderline ridiculous.
Yeah.
I better
yeah.
hear all the clicky clackies.
And I'll get with Burroughs and Allison to find out what Ord told them while this is going on.
I just I feel like I should understand this by now, but I just don't want to make sure I don't mess it up.
Of
I
course.
have 3 points of hunger. That means
Yes.
I roll 3 hunger dice.
Yes, 3 hunger dice, and then everything else is normal.
Okay, and what special consideration do I need to apply to the hunger dice again?
If you fail everything, then they matter.
Okay. Otherwise, it doesn't. Okay.
Otherwise, don't worry about it. 4, 5,
6, 7, 8 dice. Okay, it's 3 successes,
Beautiful.
and I rolled 1.
Okay. You are able very easily to use that previous command to find the information needed to get through into this device. I mean, Enoch, you have been through your fair share of computers before, and this seemed like a pretty easy thing to do.
This is why you always close your terminals when you're done with them.
He was very much thinking that no one else was ever going to touch this laptop, and for that he is going to pay in his afterlife. But you come into the other side of things, and you do see this server now that is essentially God knows where, but is hosting a league of information here, as well as what seems to be like a shared text document through just a .txt, where people have been writing back to each other in correspondence, in a sort of local LAN communication. And through that, there is a chat log between Pryor and someone that calls himself 3-Foot. And between him and 3-Foot, there is this discussion. Let me find it real quick. Hold on. The username of the other individual is 3-Foot, and it is an exchange that details that Pryor has finally proven himself and that he's ready to meet. And there's a set of coordinates left at the bottom of the message, and he says that he will bring the tears to him.
I haven't been a detective long, but that seems like a really big clue.
That is what we would call a clue.
Thank
Correct.
you.
All right. After this, I'll go walk to the bar and go just grab a bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. You think all this, and I'll point to like the goo, is the tears? You think?
I'm wondering.
Obviously, somebody already paid this kid a visit.
Before I'm assuming we take a break, Caleb, just real quick, I just want to take a look at the ceiling of this shack, see if there's like a. I'm essentially, just to tell you the way my brain is working right now. I'm looking to see if somebody poured this shit down from the top on top of this guy while he was in here.
The ceiling is like pure brick, essentially. It's the siding to tunnels themselves. So it does not. You would have to have phased through the brick in order to drop something from the ceiling.
Beautiful. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Of course. So, Sybil, let's say you stepped out while all this is happening. You're back with a bottle, having paid for it, and you have it with you. What's the plan here?
Gonna just take. Is there any? Yeah, you know what? I thought of it. If there's anything I can use of Pryor to scoop some of it into the bottle, I'll do that.
Okay, so you are sort of using the skeletal hand of this dead man to siphon and scale the leavings into the bottle. Absolutely. It does singe a little bit at your fingertips as you get that last bit in, but you have what is essentially like a shot glass of whatever this liquid is.
Okay, good. I have no idea where we would take this to, but we have it now.
You mean the Kindred don't have a special crime scene lab?
I mean, not officially. There's a lot of creepy places we could. Oh my god. I know where we can take it to. Never mind.
Do you really?
Well, it's not a secret crime lab. I just know people that like to figure out usually what's in blood, but I mean, a liquid is a liquid, right?
Okay.
And push comes to shove, we can always fling it in someone's face.
That too.
There is one thing I neglected to mention at the bottom of that message as well from 3-Foot, and that is a number to reach him at.
Oh, scandalous. Anything else in the desk there, Caleb?
That looks to be all of it.
All I needed. Cool.
We do
Are
not
any
need
of
any
Pryor's
more
bones around?
There are plenty of prior bones if you would like to take prior's bones. You'd have to
Okay.
sift through the puddle, but
Somebody needs a gift for their club friend.
No, I don't. I'm not giving Bride anything.
she's gonna be disappointed by that.
I will. I'm gonna take. I want to look for the hyoid bone.
Okay. Yeah, you remove essentially the sort of cap that keeps the neck together and take the hyoid bone out of the neck there. Congratulations.
Great.
It
What
does
do you-
singe a little bit as you get it in your fingertips again.
I hope you don't mind me asking, what are you doing with that?
I do mind you asking.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Allison, now's a good time for you to go shopping too, if you want
Did
anything.
anyone else not notice that's not even a good body? That is a disgusting body. You just touched it.
He couldn't help what happened to him.
I mean,
No,
I'm trying to make sense of this. So we spoke to the neighbor Ord, said that this kid was building some kind of server, which makes me think, server, that's not good. Nobody wants that. Somebody maybe find out about it. But now I'm seeing this big mess. I mean, maybe he just got what he wanted, the Saints tears, and it fucking blew up in his face or something.
You may not be wrong. Yeah.
So I mean, really, what's left to do is to talk to this 3-foot.
3 foot. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go talk to Dharma when we come back.
Perfect. We'll pick up back with the discussion with Dharma and the move forward with 3-foot, and we'll see what happens next with our group as they're investigating what's happening down here in the Nosferatu's little strip as we solve Pryor's murder. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us so long. We're going to take a bio break real quick. We should be back in, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
15 minutes. We'll see you then.
See you then.
Beautiful.
And we are back. Welcome everyone to Vegas by Night. We just took our little 15-minute break, but before then we were investigating the death of a local Nosferatu, the child of the Nosferatu primogen. A young blood named Pryor who has recently lost his undeath right here in Little Strip, Las Vegas, the underground city of the Nosferatu, the sewer-bound casino. And now, I believe, Raguel, you said you were going to speak with Dharma, who is the voice of the Nosferatu primogen, correct?
I'll hold off.
Okay, you'll hold
Yeah.
off.
Sorry
Beautiful.
about that. I thought about
all
it,
good.
and common sense kicked in. So I'm gonna
That
Well,
is
wait.
look,
fair.
now that we learned this little name, 3-foot, I'm gonna go back to Ord real quick and talk to him, see if he's ever heard
What?
that name before.
Mind if I go with you?
Sure. Don't be
right.
surprised if he's freaked out from another face, but should be fine.
That's all right. Yeah.
I'll go back and I'll knock and then I'll realize it's useless and I'll open the door again.
You knock, and the trance music is just as loud as it was a few minutes ago when you first got in. He moves over and turns it off. There's
Well,
now
one
an episode of One Piece on the wall just to keep consistency.
One last thing, Ord, I don't mean to bother you, but you ever heard the name 3-foot?
No, is that like a band or something?
I don't know what it is exactly. We're still trying to figure it out. Just wanted to see if you knew.
No, I haven't heard anything like that. 3-foot, you said? I could ask around. You want me to start asking people?
No. Don't put yourself in. Just.
Whoa,
We got it.
what the fuck is...
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
shit.
this is Detective Raguel.
He's a fucking Salubri. Oh shit, man! I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't know 3-foot. Could you just go now?
Shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sorry, dude. You got it. No problem.
You make quite the impression, Raguel.
We're a bad omen, apparently.
I've been meaning to ask you about that, but I figured it was just part of your thing.
Yeah. I guess that's one way to put it. I mean, we're leaving. We leave. We leave.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
going to
we
freak
walk
walk out.
Yeah.
Where is everyone when we hear this conversation? was like,
Close enough to probably hear
Yeah.
it if they're at
Yeah.
if they're
like,
this close to
sweetie,
each other.
Are we
They are
talking about
small
Raguel? Like, are we
proximity.
talking about his eye now? Are we gonna now discuss that?
We are now discussing the eye. Yes.
What is there to discuss?
It was there when I woke up.
Does it hurt?
No, honestly, it's like it just feels like another one of these. Just
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna, with enough warning and permission, cover his eyes, the two main ones. Can you still see?
I think I can, right, Caleb?
Yep.
Yeah.
You
we'll
see through like a hazy, like a gauze of blood, but yes.
Weird.
It's like,
Think
it
of like
doesn't
a
give you the
fisheye
comfort.
lens that is tinged in red and black.
Oh, nice. Okay. I see things sometimes that the normal ones can't, and visions every now and again.
Is it kind of like Predator, where you can see heat signatures or something like that?
No, that'd be badass. But unfortunately, no heat vision.
Damn. What visions have you had?
Well, funnily enough, it had a lot to do. It reminded me a lot of that shit we found in that suitcase. It was kind of wild. I dreamed about my rabbi when I was alive, and locusts, and doors, and a lot of weird shit.
There's been locusts.
We've walked
Yeah.
through doors. Prophetic, isn't it?
Now we just got to find you a rabbi.
Oh, I've got one. He's as far as he's concerned, I'm dead.
All right. Well, enough staring at the eye.
We
Let's.
find
Yeah.
That doesn't. It was yeah.
What's the
that?
next move? How do we get a hold of this 3-foot?
Well, we
have
got the
coordinates.
number. Yeah, let's check the coordinates out first, maybe.
You punching those coordinates into any phone, you'll find that it looks as though it bleeds out into something like Sloan Canyon. But you have a feeling that it might actually be in the sewers given the location, because it seems very spur of nowhere out west of where you are now.
Hey, now
Ooh.
wait a minute. Before we move too fast, this whole discussion of an internet thing, I know that Kindred aren't supposed to have one. That laptop clearly was connected to one. Shouldn't we maybe figure out where this server is?
We'll let Bugsy know.
We'll let Bugsy know. I mean, it would be advantageous if we knew as well.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Easy to figure out. I go over there and into the terminal. We have I can
Yeah.
go into the terminal. I can punch out the command that dumps the IP address, and then I can do trace route that IP address, and then I can track where it's heading. At least get a rough. I probably can't get an exact pinpoint location, but I can get at least a rough idea of where it's at.
Yeah, within a few miles, you find that this is north of Vegas. It's farther from the sewer system, but it's pinging sort of near Fremont Street. That's probably within the location. And I'll say within about a 5-mile radius, you could find where it was, Enoch, if you needed to.
You want to take the laptop, Enoch?
Yeah, I'll take the laptop.
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna go where
We
3-foot wanted to meet prior?
We're probably out of time. We're probably coming close up on.
It is getting
Let's,
close to 3:30.
I'm gonna bed down for the day.
Yeah, were we gonna just sleep here?
Yeah, Brontes got us some rooms.
Yeah.
If you all left now, you maybe could make it to Club Canaan in time.
I kind of want the experience of sleeping in this place.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be down here very much, so this can count as my one.
One and done it.
Well, I assume you're searching down Brontes then for your rooms?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You find the gentle giant, and he is more than accommodating to take you to your rooms. He walks you through down the other portion of the intersection, which seems to be the lodging for guests and mortals. And he takes you into what must be like a series of VIP suites as they're taken up onto a second level of this intersection that's been split down. and they are like double wide the size of what Pryor and Ord were dealing with. But they are still corrugated steel sidings and stop signs drilled in and welded to, all metal constructions. And the ground is sort of canvassed and like cheap blue Walmart tarps. And there are sleeping cots, like survival cots on the floor and all of that. They are not very nice lodgings whatsoever. And each one has a different advertisement of a long dead casino that sort of mocks you with how nice it would have been to stay in one of the 60s casinos while you are sleeping on the cold metal ground of Little Strip.
Well, if you all want to head back up, I get it.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. It's fine.
Give
It's
me
fine.
booze.
Yeah.
We could get drunk enough that it won't be a problem.
You're not wrong. Little Strip's the place to do it.
Can we get drunk?
On blood, maybe?
The easiest way to get drunk were to get a mortal to ingest a dangerous amount of alcohol for themselves, and then for you to drink from that mortal. That is the only way that you could conceivably fill yourself with drunk alcohol-infused blood.
If you really want to be efficient about it, what you do is you just give them an enema, and it takes really quickly, so you don't have to wait that long.
Thank you. So you guys are going to be in your
Pro tip for
own
you.
Not happening.
We did get them their own accommodations, yes.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We're not? We don't want to do the anime trip?
Guys, I'm in my mother's house today. Come
you
on.
sure?
I gotta have some class.
You know
I
what?
never
At
want to
this-
do anything with
At
that
this
name.
point, with all this anima talk, I would like to give a thank you to Blithwolf and Scott Spence, who follow the channel, and to Dungeon Elite
Yes.
for re-upping your subscription to Mayday Roleplay.
Thanks,
where
guys.
all the
Thank you.
anima-
Friends.
More
I know
anima
you.
content.
I know you all come for the enema content.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
So other 3 rooms?
There
Yeah,
are
there's
rooms
three more.
enough for all of you, yes, and there's plenty of room if some of you want to bed down in the same room. This is also a place, the glory of Little Strip is that there is no sky down here. You could sleep just about anywhere and be fine for the morning.
Hey, Mel, you got a sec?
I have many seconds.
You want to come over here real quick?
Fine,
I'm
sure.
sorry. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to. I get the distinct impression you are very upset with me.
No, everything's fine. You just disappear whenever you want to and don't tell us where you go, and then you're just gone. That's super normal and super cool.
You're absolutely right. I won't do that again. I'm sorry.
Don't have to apologize to me. I don't care.
Oh, Mel. We both know that's not true.
Fuck you.
Mo Kerr sent me he sent me down here to talk to Bugsy. That's how we got this whole gig to begin with. And it went on a little longer than I anticipated, and I'm sorry.
Like I said, it's your life, or your unlife, whatever. Do what you want. But when you die, again, remember who was in the box with you.
I'll never forget it. You kidding me?
Can I talk to you about something?
Absolutely. You know you can.
So, I, found a place or whatever that I stay. And before you disappeared, I was planning on seeing if you wanted to, hang out there too, but, obviously you have super cool digs here with Mokur. So don't feel obligated or whatever.
I'm down.
There's just an extra room. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
There are a bunch of ghosts there.
Okay. Literally?
Yeah, for sure. And also
Cool.
in the basement, I don't know. There might be something in the basement. I don't really know. I don't really know what it is.
Way to bury the lead there, kid. There's something in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Let's look into it.
Cool. Yeah. Don't go anywhere.
If I can help it, I won't. Promise.
Okay. Sorry, I smeared acid on your face.
I'm sorry I tripped you into the acid. I was not expecting that shit at all.
That's fine. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, well. Your hands good?
They've been worse. Your face good?
No, have you seen me?
I was gonna make that joke. Fuck you.
Gotta steal the glory. All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right. Church monster. Next up on the docket.
Yeah, we don't need anyone else's help. We can just deal with it, right?
Fuck yeah. We'll Google some shit, see if we can find anything out about the church, and then go from there.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have to do the Googling. I can't really, like...
Right.
Yeah. But there... Oh, I forgot a detail. There was, like, a prayer book open to, like, a protection spell. I don't know much about religion, if I'm being super honest. So, like...
Do you remember the name of the book?
No.
The Bible.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay.
I don't know what it was called.
Got it. Okay, right on. It was a spell in the Bible. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's...
They call them scriptures, too.
They have spells in the Bible, right?
The Bible is now a spell book.
Oh, God. Oh, if we were
famous
not...
grimoire, the Bible.
Yep. Oh my God. Bound in the flesh of altar boys. I don't know.
Patrons only, you can find a PDF of the Bible.
For big...
If we were not already struggling to appeal to a Christian base, I think we screwed up a little bit.
It's
took
okay.
a little misstep.
That's okay.
Look.
That's good. I was thinking like maybe a Book of Common Prayer, some Protestant shit. I don't know, but we went nope, the Bible. Anyway,
Honestly, I wouldn't know either way.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take a look. See what we can find out. Have you talked to him at all?
It doesn't really talk. It just like, oh, the ghosts. Yeah, I talk to the ghosts all the time. They're fine. They're chill. They're bros. I'll tell them to stay away from you. Maybe they'll listen. I don't really know. I make no promises.
And they don't know what's in the basement?
I mean, they don't really talk to me. They just kind of like float around and ghost shit, you know?
Yeah. It's impressive.
But they don't go down there. Or maybe they do. I don't actually know what they do. I don't like keep track of them that well.
We'll figure it out.
Cool.
If it's something big though, that we can't tackle the two of us, it'd probably be good to ask the others.
Fine.
Niles can fuck some shit up. I'm pretty sure Sybil can too, John.
Niles doesn't give a fuck about any of us. Sybil only cares about us insofar as she wants us to not die by the prince's hand. And Burroughs...
I don't know if that's...
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true. I think Niles cares in their own way. And listen, Sybil's put up with us this far.
She doesn't have a choice. She has to.
Well, fair enough. I just try to see the plus side in everybody, I guess.
It's the extra eye.
Hey. Nice. Good callback. All right. I'm going to check on the others.
Yeah, they're probably doing something stupid or gross or both.
I think
yeah.
Burroughs would probably find himself with Sybil as everybody's kind of making their home or whatever for the evening, and he just seems kind of restless. And he says, "Sybil, Well, I've been thinking about an old friend of mine. Like to call himself a snowman. A trickster. Somebody that fleeces people for money. And he always tried to find the way to profit from a situation, regardless of how good or bad something was. And I keep playing back that whole situation with the Anarchs. Remember, they told us they basically fucked up, got caught by us with the pants down at the Boom Boom Club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They mentioned something about a civil war, and I mean, I don't think anybody wants that, but if there was a way to profit from it, surely it'd be smart to keep that in our back pocket, right?
I believe that you're right. I also believe that if we all agree, we don't necessarily have to, how do I say, a king never says they're a king. You know what I mean? And if we're worms, as we've been called, then we'll be worms. Or rats, or whatever they want us to be. And they usually survive.
We're survivors. I definitely agree with that. That's why I bring it up to you. I mean, you are kind of our de facto leader of the coterie. We keep turning to you every time, we're gonna have a big conversation with somebody.
I've noticed.
Yeah, well, I mean, you tend to have the cool head amongst us all.
You could elect Enoch and I to be the leaders.
The point I'm trying to make is, as long as whoever is telling us to do shit leaves us alone in the long run, I don't care whether we're camarilla or whatever, but I don't know, I see a window to profit where nobody knows something we know. Might as well keep it in the back of our heads. I just figured I'd, make sure you're on the same page as me.
Absolutely. I'd make it my job to stay on the same page as everyone. But I will say, if I can be frank, I greatly appreciate you all considering me a leader, but I'm not a front of house person all the time. You are. And if we can sort of divide and conquer together, I think that's putting everybody in their best positions.
I think that's a good idea, but like you said, a king never reveals that he's a king. So I think you go ahead and continue to be the face, and when I need to talk to somebody, I'll talk to somebody.
I like that. Okay.
All right, well, I'm not going to be able to sleep for a little while. I'm going to go gamble.
Okay. Be careful. There's the machine with the baseballs on it is always a little fucked up. That actually has lower odds than any of the other machines. Leave that alone.
Ah, shit, I was going to try that one. All right. Good to know.
Industry secret. All right.
All right.
Don't lose all our money.
Hey, it's my money. I would never.
Okay. Good talk. And then I walk directly to Niles.
I'm trying to send a text message to Hugh saying that I'm not gonna be. I'm stuck in a sewer. Don't know when I'll be out. Tomorrow? Question mark.
He writes back almost immediately. Anytime. You just tell me when.
Hey, just before we get to the part where we insult each other, I am genuinely sorry that the shit got fucked up last time. When we were,
Which
doing your side
one?
of the... That's true. When we were doing your side of the business, all the Anarch stuff. I don't like it, and I don't 100% understand it, but I know what it looks like when someone's terrified to their bones. So...
I mean, thank you.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate it, Sybil. You seem like the only one willing to advocate. It's noted.
Now, here's the thing about that. I know why I'm not supposed to exist, right? It's Gangrel in the Camarilla, absent, sire, a lot of things. But why are you not allowed to exist?
It's a complicated question. I don't know how long you've been alive, but I've been alive for a while, and ever since I've been alive, I've been hated. So I'm not surprised I'm not wanted here either. So if you have an answer of why gangrels don't like other gangrels, or why somebody wouldn't allow one to feed in a territory, you tell me.
Oh, I have tons of reasons for both.
Mm-hmm.
Gangrels are incredibly territorial. Maybe not as territorial as Allison, but close. And there's a lot of clear laws about feeding. What if I just list them, and you tell me which ones are less intact?
I'm not going to respond to it. Just
Okay.
start listening.
There's feeding on the strip. Insight check.
I'm just not looking at her while she's listing all these lists.
Oh, are you distanced from me?
No, I'm listening to you. I mean, we're having a conversation, but I'm not looking you in the eye while you're listing lists, because I'm just not wanting to look at you.
So you're wanting to insight check? Yes.
Yes, but
Okay.
just like a soft. I'm really just looking for their reaction.
A
Yes.
soft
Okay.
insight check.
And soft insight. Go
Soft
ahead and give
insight.
me an insight plus wits
Insight
from
plus
you,
insight.
Sybil.
Okay.
And then for Niles, I need a composure plus subterfuge.
Shit, I don't. No successes.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay. Continue with your listing, and I will tell you what you glean from the situation.
Okay. Feeding on the strip. Nothing. I step a little bit closer. There's the big one. Diablerie. And then there's sort of a combo of the two, where you drink your own kind.
Eli, would you like to describe some of the intricacies of what impacts Niles as the list continues on?
Like, Niles is just looking down, like, the whole time. When she mentions Diablerie, I kind of tense up a little bit, but the closer Sybil gets to Niles, the more panic they seem. And then when she finally mentions the last bit, that's when they make eye contact with Sybil.
And her eyes.
And then try to look away.
Sybil is more like flying above a corpse in the desert at this point.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Sybil, you get the unique feeling that this is someone who has done something that in your culture you can never walk back from. And if certain people knew, they understood, it wouldn't just be the Anarchs or the Camarilla. The entire city would be given license to hunt, kill, and devour.
Okay. Listen. We're too late for us to just break off to survive. We are all surviving now. So, we don't have to talk about it anymore. But if you need help, We have to help you. I have to help you. And I will.
And how are you going to do that?
It depends on how much you tell me and how far we get. We've got 60 flights of stairs. This should help us get up a few.
I know better than to just give off my secrets. So it's better that you don't. No.
Okay. Well, I was just incredibly intrusive. Do you have any questions for me?
Not right now.
Okay. Then good morning. And she leaves.
Niles, there is a voice that rumbles through the back of your dead head in the cavity where a brain once was. And it speaks low and echoing and so very far away, but it speaks. I like that one. She has control. And it sort of rumbles through your entire body before it leaves. Okay. Is there any other actions happening here before we go to sleep for the night?
I got one little teeny tiny thing.
It's never little teeny tiny with Enoch. What is it, Enoch?
Just before we're going to bed,
Yes.
when Allison and I are in our room, I reach into my pocket and I say, I made you something.
Not answering.
Put your wrist out. And I start tying a little cord around Allison's wrist, and it's just a little braided necklace made of Mal's hair. They called you a bitch, so I thought you would like a little trophy.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm gonna take it, rub it against my face like that. Smell. I'll be like, it's pretty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
It's really pretty. And then I'm gonna like turn it like much instead of like cold, I'll be like they very like almost kind of like a naive like teenager. It'd be like,
Right. It suddenly gets very cuddly in the Kingster's
It's
little
like-
sewer
yeah.
home. Perfect. With that being said, all of you are going to sleep for the night. I would like you all to make rouse checks to determine if you become hungrier as you sleep. One single die. If you succeed, you do not become more hungry. If you don't succeed, then you gain 1 hunger.
I gain 1 hunger.
Yeah,
Oh,
Burroughs
that's
fails
nice.
and gains a hunger.
Okay, so
Well, you
Burrow's
know
at
I'm
1.
hungry.
Oh, Niles is at 2.
I'm at 3.
Ooh, Sybil
At
at
1,
3.
baby. Also at 2.
Mal at 2. Raguel is at 4.
Oh,
Allison
Damn.
and Enoch.
Riding that hunger.
I succeed, so I stay at 3.
Beautiful.
I also succeed, so I just stay at 1.
Yep. Okay. Raguel, you do not fall privy to the same usual death that everyone else does. The usual death that comes about at this time does not happen for you. Instead, you feel something pulling you through the ground. You feel as though you are caught in the cosmic pull of the universe as it claws you through earth and black. You are confronted with noises that sift through your ears faster than you can focus on, and you can't tell what they're saying as that sensation of being pulled drags you down further. The bits that do fly by your ears sound foreign to you, like long dead languages and scripts you couldn't find anywhere on Earth, speaking in low, dead tones. Screams deep from within that sound just a hair off laughing until they are laughing just a few paces from screaming. And you are pulled like that for what feels like forever. Until you eventually snap back into the seat you're so familiar with enough force to lurch every last piece of your dead sensory into a topspin. You're sitting under the light of a familiar fluorescent bulb, low and hooded. The sound of clanking plates and silverware sound like whispers in the foreground. But outside of the diner booth you sit in now, there are no other souls in this facsimile of your place. You are in a diner you're familiar with, one you've been to many, many times. But looking out the window, you're not greeted with the same familiar, dingy strip mall parking lot. Instead, you are greeted with the horizon seen from the under-construction Echelon Hotel at its highest level. The neon lights are familiar and bright, but take on eerie prescience when seen from the dirty window of this place. You are sitting in that familiar booth with 2 plates in front of you, one opposite you. They both have the same meal, a rock with a distinct scrap of hair pasted in against the gravel surface with dried blood. They both read, etched along the face of these boulders, Keeper. Raguel, she's across from you. Only different. Every inch of her skin is covered in another eye staring back at you. You can barely make out the features of the person you love without having to see an insidious, all-body blink as she readjusts to look at you. There's a song playing in the background. It's familiar, but at first you can't place it, until as soon as you start thinking about it, and then it's as though the kindly diner has turned it up for you. It's Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. She stares at you, Raguel, as you come into being in this empty diner on top of Las Vegas.
How are you here?
I'm here with you. We're having dinner. It's the last night before you go and you die.
Can I stay this time?
You could. You could try. Eventually this goes away, though. And those blinks go all in unison across her form. It's so much that you can't pick out her lips from the sheer mass of eyes that are conglomerating across her face.
Can you tell me what it means?
What all this means? It's just a portent.
I don't know what to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to kill him.
Then you already know what you want.
But I want to be better.
Better is something we consciously decide every second. Just keep deciding.
I miss you.
You don't even know me.
Who are you?
She stops for a moment, looks off at the entrance entranced, frozen, waiting for a cue. You think for a second she's like an animatronic that has been stuck in process, has not moved on to the next moment, her lips shut tight to cause creases at the end. She then finally speaks. Are those your friends? What are they waiting for? I want to keep that door open. Never open that door. And
I look back. Oh, God.
No, go ahead. By all means.
I look back. Yeah, I look to see what she's looking at.
There in the door is the captain. Long, blonde, gray hair down to the nape of his neck, wild eyes, unshaven, drunk stubble. He wears a cream linen suit and a cowboy hat, all of which is dripping in a green-black ichor that has stained in rivulets along his entire body. He looks sickly beyond all belief, but he holds the door for a being of pure white noise that begins to ring in your ears as soon as you make eye contact. She's a black silhouette of shadow that seems unmatched against the surrounding environs. She steps in, or rather floats more of that black blur into the diner itself, and her, the captain, begin to stare in unison, perfectly next to each other as they wait in the threshold of the open door. Turning back.
Sorry, you're on mute.
Yeah, he turns back. He turns back.
Good.
Yeah.
Turning back, she looks at you again, Raguel, with all those eyes. She finally speaks once more. I think you'll like the trip better than being here. They'll understand. You're needed somewhere else. And then returning to that threshold, the two individuals waiting in the door, looking out that perspective through the window, through the doorway, you can see on the horizon of Las Vegas overlooking, there is this waving black cloud that is rolling in over the distance. And before you can even materialize to word a response to what this is, it shrouds over you and blasts out the window of the diner. And all of you are overtaken as you leap across into the wall. And as soon as you connect with this huge driving force of what feels like a hurricane of you colliding with the wall, you're awake again the next night with the rest of all of you in Little Strip, Las Vegas.
Yeah, I imagine he just like shoots straight up, just gasping.
Is that something we can all see, or are you in your room?
Yeah, well, I guess it depends on who's staying where. So we had 4 rooms. We had Allison and Enoch in one, because Kingsters. I don't know who else would have, like, yeah.
Who stayed with us?
I probably would have gone back to sleep in Sybil's room.
Okay, cool.
Meaning that probably Mal and Raguel.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Poor Niles all by themselves.
Yeah, well, no, where's
I have a
Niles? Yeah.
problem with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Either way.
Is your pupper with us too?
Oh, Rufus, hell yeah. Rufus has been with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. As soon as
I'm
I'm
petting
up.
Rufus and just watching you as you sit up.
Okay. Of course you are. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Is this
Wasn't
a
good.
share with a family kind of thing, or is this a you keep it to yourself like a sneaky boy?
I'll explain it. I'll tell them what I saw.
Okay. I mean, I'm not judging you either way. I'm also a sneaky boy, so like.
Oh no, I mean I'm telling you what I saw, like right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So cool. I don't do symbolism. Probably someone does though. You should
Yeah.
tell them. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not in charge of you.
Okay. I'll tell them. Let's regroup. Thanks, Mel.
Oh yeah, I'm super useful in these situations.
Shut up. God. I'm gonna go find the Sybil room.
Yeah, I think we'll all reconvene.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the Sybil room. That's
The
not what she
Sybil room,
says.
Yeah. You remember how I told y'all I had visions?
Yes.
Regular
Had a
prophet.
fucking doozy yesterday.
Oh.
And I'll kind of run through it all. I think it's important I tell you though, because some of it isn't going to make sense unless I do. Who I was before. I was a journalist for one of the big papers in town. I was an investigative reporter, and my thing was corruption. The casinos, local government, the police department.
You must have had your hands full.
Yeah, it got me killed. I was looking into this guy, Underwood. He's the captain in charge of one of the biggest investigative units in the PD, the Narcotics and Violent Crimes Task Force.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Underwood got you killed?
Underwood put the gun in my belly and pulled the trigger, yeah.
Damn.
Is that a fact?
And he's human still and around?
Oh, he's around.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kill him.
That's it?
Okay.
Oh.
It's the major violator narcotics crime bureau. Anyway, these guys were in deep with all sorts of wrong people. They were running drugs. They were making connections with other gangs, taking some out, keeping others in business, consolidating. And I was going to print a story on them. And one night I get a call from somebody that I now know as Bugsy, saying that he was going to tell me everything. He was going to crack this thing fucking wide open, help me put the pieces together. And on my way out to meet him, they ambushed me, they captured me, and they killed me. And Mokur turned me.
What if I could deliver him to you?
I'd take it. And I'd want your help in killing him slow.
I was gonna say, he's a little bit, he's more useful than you realize, but why kill him when you can just make it last forever?
Well, who's this?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's a Hydra situation, right? Who's the second in command?
Yes, actually, that's...
Yeah, he's the one that pulled the trigger, but as far as I'm concerned, everybody else with him can die.
All right.
So we're taking down a whole task force of the cops?
No,
We're gonna add the police department.
That'd be sick. I'm down.
Well, let me just go ahead. I'm sorry.
Raguel, can I talk to you privately for a second?
Yeah, can I finish?
No, yes.
I just went
Vision
the
three.
vision. I got derailed. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I was in a diner. It was the diner that I met with someone the night I died. Someone that was very important to me, and she asked me not to go, and I said I have to, and she left, and that's where I was. That's where I was in this vision. She was covered in eyes. Or I think it was her. It was a female form covered in eyes. I had the impression it was her, but she didn't respond like her. There's this rock with blood and hair on it, like somebody got brained, and it's written on it as Keeper. Keeper.
Well, none of that makes any damn sense to me.
Cain.
Would any of us
Cain.
know any of this just off of basic, stuff on vampire lore that we would just know?
Does anything
Cain.
ring to you guys?
It does to me.
You said
Cain
the keeper.
I am not my brother's keeper.
Yeah,
Cain
you
killed
were-
Abel with a rock.
Ew, what?
Cain killed Abel with a rock.
Oh, I was thinking Ghostbusters, like the Keymaster type thing. That's where I was going, but same principle.
Wrong game, Amanda.
Oh, I wish we had the time to follow that. Oh.
Am I wrong, Caleb? Didn't Cain kill Abel with a rock?
Yes. I am not my brother's keeper, and he
Yep.
brained him with a rock, yes.
So we have
Fine.
Cain imagery. Then Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. I remember that for some reason. That was playing in the diner. And then she said, "Never open that door." And I turn around, and Underwood is there with a shadow person, a shadow silhouette. And then I'll never forget this. She said, word for word, "I think you'll like the trip. It's better than being here. They'll understand you're needed elsewhere." And then this black cloud rolling over everything, destroying everything. It was like the diner was at the top of the echelon. Now that I think about it, the top of the hotel. And then we saw this cloud. It destroyed everything.
Huh.
So are you supposed to kill someone?
Things.
Well, if you ask Mokur, I'm not supposed to kill anyone. That part of me is dead, but when it comes to Underwood, fuck Mokur. I'm killing him.
I see.
Damn, all right.
Even if you're going through this door and this eye lady is gonna turn the lights off on the world or whatever?
I don't think Underwood's that important. He can't be.
Oh.
What would you do? What would you do if you had an opportunity to hurt the person that took everything from you?
Darling, it's not about... If you kill him, then it's over, and you're still here. But if you make him reliant on you in a certain way, and you give him torture or give him fear, you can get a lot more out of him.
Honestly, my theory, now that I've been here as long as I have and have heard the things I've heard, considering Bugsy who was the one who was going to give me the intel on him, I think this guy's connected. If anything, he might be involved in the Cirque system.
Oh.
The circulatory
newbie.
system. Blood dolls. Trafficking people.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean...
Are we
makes sense.
being honest? It looks like we're all just being honest and laying out cards here.
Well, it's honesty hour up in this bitch. Let's do it.
You said Underwood might be involved with the Cirque system?
So the only reason Bugsy would have information on him, I mean, listen, apart from having a couple of goals in their back pocket and people to cover things up for him, why else would the camarilla be so personally invested in this guy? He had to be doing something. He had to be working for somebody, running something for someone. Fuck, he may be gooled up himself. I don't know.
Makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of...
But things are... This is, if there's anybody that they would want in their pocket, it's this fucking guy. One of the more, I mean, they're that bureau, every major crime in the city. And drugs, of course, drugs. Fucking narcotics, you kidding me? In Vegas?
Do I recognize that name? Is that someone I've seen or heard before?
Through the circulatory system?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you took the lore book circulatory system, right? You have that?
I spent everything in Cirque. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So roll a pool of your circulatory system plus intelligence.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
You have no memory of this name whatsoever. There's no tracking throughout this personal system. You have like near Rolodex memory of anyone who's come through, used it, been a part of it, supplied it. He's not in any of those systems. He doesn't work for Slow, that's for sure.
Okay. Oh, if he's involved with the Cirque, he's buried deep somewhere, not in the front.
Okay. All right. You were gonna, yeah, Allison. Did you
I was like, Aaron. Sorry, Aaron, read your text really quick because I need a call now.
Uh-oh.
The reason why I say that is Underwood. Underwood's a part of my list. I have a list that I go to drink, or if I need something.
Like he's
He's my bitch. That's what I'm saying.
Not
Okay.
directly, but yes,
No.
indirectly.
Indirect.
Indirect bitch.
Could
You've
be
heard
bitch.
of like herds and all that stuff, like all that.
Hey, Burroughs, remember when we said we'd help keep each other accountable?
Burroughs has like kind of been staring off into space for a little bit since you explained the dream, and kind of looks up and yeah, accountable, yeah.
What would you do?
Well, if somebody did me dirty the way he did, I don't think I could.
You're not
I don't
the
think I
only
could
one
let sleeping
he's
dogs
done
lie.
dirty. You are not the only one he's done dirty. There's a reason why he is exactly where he is.
In my
He's a-
ideal Vegas, these kinds of scumbags wouldn't be around. So, you need help, I'll help you.
Here's the thing, though. If we're following Prince Grant's fancy little rules and Underwood is involved in the circulatory system, we can't touch him.
Well, based on what Sybil knows, if he's so deep that it's not common knowledge he is involved, plead ignorance.
But if Grant knows,
Fuck.
I don't think ignorance is going to save us with
No,
dear old Princey
right.
boy.
But a lack of evidence will.
But
If you
there's
want,
the
you
thing
can
is,
come to my next meeting with him. It is quite humiliating. I'll let you record it.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm against it, because, like, fuck the prince, but
Killing him is too simple. Killing him martyrs him. Killing him makes him a martyr.
Exactly.
He gets the fucking 21 gun salute. He gets the bagpipes. He gets amazing grace. He gets the hero's funeral. Right? They're a dead cop in Vegas, and his portrait gets put up somewhere, and people love him.
All right, so we use Allison's connection to him and get close, and then do what you want.
Yeah.
or we expose him.
I want to expose him.
yeah, honestly, we ask him the right questions and he'll rowling himself.
I want to expose him.
Point of order. Isn't there some things you want to get done first before you take him out of office?
Yeah, we have this stuff first.
Don't we
I'm
have
sorry.
to go investigate a club, and don't we need evidence? Don't we need access to?
He's got all the evidence he needs. Didn't you?
Exactly.
Weren't you about to
We
release
have-
an article?
Oh no, you mean use Underwood to get us information on the silver dollar.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay.
When you have someone like that, that's the power. You get him to get us what we want and need.
He's heard
That's
a lot
how you
of
do it. Not a simple kill it, not a simple snap of the neck or a bullet in the brains. You fucking make him work for you, and he goes to being the fucking dog that he is. So grab the leash, because he's gonna be your bitch too.
Did someone say leash?
No,
Enoch.
no.
We'll think about it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pull us off. But that was the vision. Obviously, we got some Kane. I don't fucking know.
Wait, so why did Cain kill his brother?
Can he sleep with a wife?
No,
No,
he
I think-
presented.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, he presented an improper offering to God, and God made it very vocal, and then he got jealous and killed his brother.
The
fuck?
wait, what? What was he up?
Basically, they were like, "Hey, we got some cool fruit." I'm sorry, wait. Zach started explaining. basically, they were presenting their best fruit, animals, pelts, or whatever to God, and Abel did that, and Cain sort of weaseled his way around that, and God, being God, noticed, gave Abel a gold star. Cain took it.
Yo, that sounds kind of like
Overly
shit.
complicated and bullshit.
That's
Look,
Well, isn't Kane who they say made us?
Yeah, he's the first one.
Oh, it's his fault then. Cool.
Can I write to HR about him? Got some complaints. Be back.
Well, look, I know we got a lot on the plate, but I don't know. This whole thing just rubs me the wrong way. Maybe it's something, especially since we are going to have to look into silver dollar. Maybe this is something we'll pursue now. Nip it in the bud. I'd rather see our boy Raguel free of this chain of vengeance and revenge.
Oh,
I don't know. Vengeance is fun sometimes.
I really want you to. I can't wait. I think this will be a good therapy session. So cathartic.
And just
Yeah.
to be clear, we're not killing him.
Oh no.
Not yet.
No,
No, we're gonna have fun.
not yet.
Okay.
All right, so Allison, why don't you set up the meeting? Let's make this happen.
Let me Can we check this box first with Pryor? I don't want to leave Bugsy hanging. I don't think Bugsy's the type we want to leave hanging.
That's fine.
This is just my side quest.
And I have a feeling we do this for him. He's gonna be a good person we want in our corner. He knows things. All right, let's what do we want to do first? So we've got the number and we've got the coordinates.
Yeah. We got to figure out how we want to talk to this 3-foot.
Oh, Caleb, that was my question. So with the coordinates, does that take us through or past where that thing is?
You'd have to go through it if you were taking the tunnels, or you could go top side, go to the other side, and then come through.
We'll do that. All right. Let's call the number. Fuck it.
Okay.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
So is Raguel putting through that call then?
Yeah, I'll do that. And
Mal's
I'll bring
like 30 feet away.
Yeah, because Mal can't. I'll bring Sybil. I'll bring Sybil with me.
Mal's like 30 feet away, like, put it on speakerphone. I want to hear too.
But before you grab the phone or before you open it up, Burroughs is just gonna kind of grab your shoulder, Raguel, and just say, "Look, regarding this whole dream thing, just remember the lyrics to that song. We're caught in a trap, and I can't walk out. Whatever's going on, that wasn't a good portent, that thing you dreamed."
Yeah, it wasn't.
Remember the whole keeping each other accountable thing?
Yeah, man.
I'm worried for you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I'll back off.
I'll hit call.
It rings almost until you think you're not going to get through, and then finally on the other end, it comes out, and there's no words at first. How'd you get this number?
I was talking with Pryor. He said you could fix me.
You seen him lately?
No, man. No, I haven't. I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he got better and he's just moving on.
Go ahead and give me a manipulation plus subterfuge.
Okay.
Raguel's a manipulator, right?
Yeah. He's a gaslight, right?
Yeah.
Those are all hunger dice in that pool, baby. Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Yep, that's it. Oh, where'd you go? We'll use this one.
Here we go.
It's one success.
Here we go.
Okay, one.
One success. On the other side, he speaks, "You know, I don't usually do business like this, and I'm wondering how you got the phone number. You got access."
Yeah, he wrote it down, man, in the document.
The document.
Yeah, 3 foot, right? With the coordinates?
Look, what is it you think I'm gonna do for you?
He said you can make him not like he is. I've got a fucking eye in my forehead, man. You know what that's like?
Yeah, we all know what it's like to be ugly. How much you willing to spend?
Man, how much you need?
10K.
All right. Yeah, all right.
Up
Fuck
front.
yeah. All right, yeah.
And it's just gonna be you when you pick up.
Same place?
Yeah, those coordinates are fine. You come alone, you bring anybody with you, and I swear to God, all of you die.
Yeah, man, no, that's fucking, I don't want any trouble. I just want to fix this shit.
I'm gonna give you the greatest fix there is. You ever heard of St. Michael?
It's like an archangel, right?
One and the same. The first, the best, and the last. They say it was beautiful like a painting. Skin like stained glass. Everywhere he walked, he made you feel more beautiful too. You know who they call his followers?
No.
You join Michael and you become a Nephilim. One of a higher guard, baby. What's your name?
Raguel.
You're gonna join the Archangels today, Raguel. You're going to become Nephilim. Bring your money. Coordinates. 45 minutes. You're there, and I'm not waiting. Understood?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good. And he clicks the phone on you.
What? Are you serious? You agreed to come alone? Why would you do that?
Oh,
How are we
fine.
gonna-
No.
Yeah,
No,
I know,
you-
but how are we gonna... And the Nephilim? They were slaughtered. They were all killed.
Yeah, they were giants.
Yeah. Who were all...
Shit,
Yes.
I'm the most religious here, and you guys know a hell of a lot more than I do about the Bible. Fuck.
I was going through a crisis of faith before I died. I was going to temple a lot, but
I was just on Tumblr.
well, Mal, I mean, you can do some shit, right?
Yeah, we got a shadow here.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, Mal,
Muted.
muted.
Still muted.
Can I cloak all of us in shadow, Caleb? It's like no, it's just
You
me.
can cloak you in shadow.
I mean,
The rest of you will be big painted targets.
Enoch can, I believe he can, because I know we both have that silent thing where we can move quietly, but I think Enoch has something on top of that as well.
I don't. We both have the base level of it.
Oh, I thought you had something else.
You
My
both
fault.
took
Yeah.
Dominate, rather.
Mhm.
I've
Or
been,
I think Enoch took Auspex.
I've been trying to do
Niles.
something lately.
Oh, like what?
I'm thinking about sending my, I don't know, like, shadows are everywhere, right? So, like, ideally, maybe I can be everywhere. And if I can, I don't know, I feel like if there's a way I can, like, extend my senses into a, like, if you can make sure it's somewhere shadowy, maybe I can listen in from the shadows without technically being there, and then if shit goes bad, we can
Okay.
run in, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
We
Niles
make a
can-
perimeter around where we think you gotta meet.
Okay. And spoons. I mean, spoons. You can. I've never really done this with Rufus, but can you see what Spoon sees?
You see everything with that. Yeah.
Would you be I would understand if you said no. But would you be willing to help?
I mean, yeah. Or I thought we were a coterie. I thought that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, no, you're right. I didn't want to presume. Thank you.
Like the spirit. We're all on board.
Fuck yeah, Jesus. I'm gonna go ask Bugsy for the money.
We don't have to bring any money. We're just trying to figure out what the fuck this dude's up to. Fuck the money.
No,
we need something
he's
that
gonna
looks
want to
like
see it. He's gonna want to see it.
We'll bring a briefcase. By the time he wants to see it, we're on top of him.
I also want to tell Bugsy because I think this guy might be Nos. Something he said. It was we're all ugly.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that kind of knows.
The Second Inquisition doesn't know that they're ugly.
Right. Who wants to come with me to meet the big man?
I've been meaning to meet him myself, so I'd come along.
Yeah.
Okay, so I imagine we're meeting Bugsy and then we're running out to this scene, right? Okay,
Correct.
but,
Yep. Correct.
It is a walk up to the top of the tower and through the main door after Brontes lets you all in. Any who would like to be there, you are now in the main office of Bugsy's Big Eye, what he calls the house in the center of Little Strip, where you can see just about everything. And there, behind the desk, eating this full rack of what looks like a very old rack of ribs in front of him, on this chipped, marbled, raw-edged desk is Bugsy with that big, bloated, watered bubble growth on the side of his head, that elephantitis body, the near 600 pounds of flesh that is busting up out of this three-piece tux that he's probably has not taken off in decades. And he wipes some of the refuse from his mouth as he brings you all in. He says, I was not expecting guests, excuse me. Dharma, could you make this shit go away? And he kind of brushes away his food and everything, and Dharma comes over to start mopping up. But he moves this big executive rolling chair enough that he's out in front of all of you. Hey, Raguel, you bring me guests this time, huh?
Yeah, boss. This is my coterie.
Ah, so these are the prince's new fucking ass rags, huh?
They prefer watchmen, but yeah.
Oh, is that the word for it, huh?
Yeah.
Tomato.
I think we got a fix on what happened with Pryor.
Well, don't you want to introduce us first? Don't just rush.
No, you're
to...
right. I'm sorry. This is these are my friends Burroughs.
Burroughs immediately
Sybil.
walks up and extends his hand and says, on behalf of Double H, I want to thank you personally. Good man.
You're the one that's been trapped in with him for you're a friend to Double H, ain't you?
He's telling me everything I know about Kindred Society, yeah. And he told me about how hard you fought for him.
That's funny. And Bugsy takes your wrists and shakes it really hard enough that the flab under his big arms starts to shake, and you can feel sort of the turkey waddle as it moves with you. And it comes away greasy in your palm.
Were those Memphis or St. Louis style ribs, by the way?
Oh, Memphis is the only fucking way. You want some?
He looks at Bugsy. He's like, that's all right. I'm just missing it, you know.
All right, well, suit yourself. Burroughs, it's good to know you. I've heard some things through some very old voices in this town that you've been keeping busy. I heard the prince thinks you're a fucking riot too, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, just a regular ride, regular show.
You keeping your nose clean without Dino around here to keep you people under wraps?
I'm hanging out with Raguel.
Oh, I don't know. That's keeping your nose clean. Have you seen some of the shit down here? All right, who's next?
Allison. Hello. She'll also walk up to Burroughs, and she'll extend her hand out very politely. See how it's like, Allison Rockwell.
He takes it and he kisses it on the palm. He says, "It's nice to meet you, I'm Bugsy."
I happen to notice. I know you had some bones there. Do you happen to have any human bones laying around at all?
Human bones? Who the fuck are you talking to? No, I don't just keep that on hand. Jesus, you must be one of Emmerich's.
Just a smidge.
Jeez. No, human bones, you gotta go somewhere that's uncivilized, lady. Thank you.
And then she's gonna kind of just sigh over the and wink and then twirl away.
Right. I don't live in a cemetery. I live in shit. Let's get that right. Is that all of you? That's all who want to be known.
No, Niles. Sorry, spoilers.
No. I mean, I'm there in the room. At the very least.
I see.
I'm gonna elbow Enoch.
No.
Well, okay, let's just get on with business.
Oh,
I'm Sybil.
Sybil, go.
Oh, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Good to meet you, Sybil. You a Ventru?
No.
Good. I'm glad I'm wrong about that. And this one in the corner there?
Mal walks forward, and over the night, they've found different strings from around the trash, and they've braided them together and threw the hyoid bone of Pryor into a necklace. And I'll hold it out. Sorry for your loss.
Is that what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
I think that's my child's bone right there.
I thought you'd want to keep him with you.
He takes it in his hand. That's extremely morbid. What is wrong with you people?
Well, the hyoid bone's the only bone that's not articulated to anything else in the human body. Or the kindred body now, I guess. So I thought you wouldn't want a piece of him untethered.
No, it's fine. Thank you, Discovery Channel. I really appreciate that. He puts it into the pocket of his blazer. Okay, enough. No more bones at this discussion. Raguel, you have information for me. Clearly you have seen prior and seen something that has to do with all this.
My name's Mal, by the way.
Right.
Fully not reading the situation clearly.
By
Thank
the
you,
way, I'm gonna
Mal.
kick Enoch in the knee, drop him down to his knees, and then be like, grab him by his chest, like his throat, and say, "This is Enoch. Say hi."
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, Enoch. Wow, this is a motley fucking crew, huh? Information. What do I have to do for you people? Tell me good
All right.
news. Do we know who
So-
the fuck did this?
I think it might have been another Nosferatu.
What?
So look, Pryor set up a network, and an internet. He was communicating with folks on there. He was trying to fix who he was. He was trying to fix his condition. He reached out to a guy named 3-Foot, and he says he runs with a... I'm getting ahead of myself. He contacted this guy named 3-Foot. 3-Foot told him about something called Saint's Tears, and they agreed to meet for I'm assuming money. They met at these coordinates, and there was a number provided in this file that we found on his computer. I
Yeah.
called the number. 3-Foot's with this group called the Nephilim, and he's agreed to meet with me, and for 10K, well, I'm thinking whatever he gave Pryor killed him.
Did he say what he was selling?
I think it's Saint's Tears. He didn't say over the phone. That's another reason why I think it's kindred. He knew to keep things masked.
You did say you would change him, though. Turn him into a
He did.
Nephilim.
A Nephilim.
I'd pull out the glass bottle sample that we pulled from his room.
Nice. That's what we found covering. That's what we think killed Pryor.
I don't know
the
what the
desk.
fuck that shit is.
It burns
Leave
like
it
acid.
with me, and I'll have somebody look at that.
Okay.
The Nephilim, though, that's ancient lore. That's talking elder kindred shit. That is...
Book
Those
of
were the
Enoch.
servants of Michael. Which,
He specifically named Michael, Saint Michael, the Archangel. Yeah.
there was this old story a long time ago that St. Michael's blood made you, well, there were Toreador of that clan who served Michael directly, but they drank of his blood and it made them better in their eyes. They called themselves Nephilim. But it was believed Michael's blood could make anybody better. Maybe they're selling a lie. You gotta go meet with this man, and if he is Nosferatu, then I don't want him alive.
We'll end it.
I don't want to see him. I want to see him gone. And if you can find out who the fuck he's being supplied with by all this shit, where it comes from, then you need to follow this all the way to the top.
You got it. Absolutely.
Now, this can't be all. You got to be asking something else of me, unless you're just filling me in.
That, and I feel like if we're going to show up to a meet, we need to have something to show. I mean, it doesn't need to be 10K, but we need to make it look like we got 10K.
10K?
$10,000.
Okay. Oh, shit. And he snaps over to Brontes. Brontes moves into another room. He says, 10 fucking K you guys told him you'd give him? Holy shit.
I was trying to portray myself as super fucking desperate.
Yeah, and I'm sure in that moment you were thinking, hey, I got a big fat fucker that'll give me 10K like nothing, huh?
Honestly, I didn't think about it until after the fact. I figured I'd just show up and kill the guy, but...
Brontes comes back out with a briefcase, sets it down next to Bugsy. Bugsy turns it around, unlatches it, pulls it out, and about 10K is sitting there right there in the briefcase. Don't say I ever fucking did anything for you, because I don't want to know about whatever the fuck this goes to. It does not stay with all of you when this is all done, because I cannot imagine you're going to give this stupid motherfucker my money and leave it there, huh?
No.
All right. He shuts it. He latches it. Pushes it over to you, Raquel.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
If he's not Nosferatu, you want me to bring him back here?
No, I want him dead. I've decided that if anyone thinks they can actually sell this shit to my people, they don't deserve to breathe. But before they fucking die, you find out where they're getting it and why. Why are they targeting us? Obviously, they want our money, but more than that, they want us dead. They're selling a lie to my people. No one should be ashamed of what they are. And no one should go looking for answers to something that can't change.
You got it.
All right, fuckers. Vamos. You sure you don't want some Memphis burros?
All right, maybe one if you're offering.
He offers a little rib out your side there.
Does it look like it's like literally old? Like it's
It
gross
looks like
old?
maybe it's been a day.
I'll take a bite. I'll chew it on my way out.
It's like bad leftover.
Just want to taste that sweet barbecue sauce.
So I believe
Yeah, baby.
all of us are on our way out, unless there's anything else to ask of Bugsy and Dharma.
If I can, I want to use a phone to like Google map the coordinates and see what kind of area it is.
It is a fucking piece of nowhere. You imagine it's probably the ending to an access tunnel, just like this entrance you took to get to Little Strip.
Okay.
Zooming in well, it's hard to tell, right? Because when you Google map and you locate in, it is the mouth of another storm drain.
It doesn't look like I ate it, does it?
No.
Cool. Okay, cool. That'd be crazy. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll look to the other and say, all right, so we can't go through the tunnels. Our best bet is to go up and then back down. There's
Good,
something in there.
I need to check on the car anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So you all begin the journey out of Little Strip, back to Baby Blue, and then to a very clandestine meeting with 3foot, the dealer of Michael's Tears here in Las Vegas. We will pick back up with that conclusion next session.
Yes.
When we see how all of that goes.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking
Dave.
about.
Good
Interesting.
Speaking of which, is next Saturday.
No,
Yes, yes.
Right, that's
A
right.
big reminder to all of our listeners, we will be doing a back-to-back, a double feature of Vegas by Night. So join us next Saturday, same time, same place, same bat channel, when we will continue this little escapade and we will see just how far Michael's rabbit hole goes.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Thanks for
yes.
joining us,
Hell
guys.
yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Woo!
See ya.